Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network. Welcome back to another live stream. Yes, we're early on a Monday. I hope everyone had a good weekend as we get an early WWE RAW tonight. Lots to talk about, lots to get into. AJ, Gunther, and so much more. Folks, make sure you get in that chat. Click all the buttons. Strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream. Yes, we are early. If you don't want it spoiled, look away, come back later. But we will be here live for WWE RAW, live from overseas, still in Germany, still kicking around, having fun on the Ready for Rumble tour. Lots to talk about, lots to get into. I see that chat. I see some early birds. We are about 12 minutes away from the start of the show, folks, and we're looking forward to this one. Will there be surprises? Is LA Knight in town? Who else could show up? CM Punk will be in the building. Gunther, AJ, I already mentioned. We have a lot going on here today, and we're going to break it all down. Raquel's going to address her recent decision to jump the champ. Of course, we get a tag team match as the Vision going to take on Dragon Lee and Penta. Not Phoenix, but Dragon Lee is going to do a thing. Javon taking on one of the Americanos, and so much more tonight. What will Raw bring? Last week, we thought Raw was a little flat for the premiere. Will it be better today? Will it be stronger? We're hoping it was, or we're hoping it is, and we're hoping to see what it brings. That all being said, welcome back to the channel. Don't forget, if you haven't seen our award show, that went live last night. Make sure you go check that out after our stream tonight. Maybe tonight when you're not watching Raw because you've watched it already, watch our award show. I see people in that chat. I am going to say hello to everybody out there. Remember, like, share, subscribe, get in that chat, click all the buttons, be a friend, tell a friend. And I will remind everybody, the lonesome guy on the screen right now is Mr. Every Night or Day, KJ White. Happy to be back at it again. Shout out to Big Nick, trapped in his actual job, and big shout out to Anthony as well. Hope everyone, again, had a good weekend. I hope you're feeling good. Let us know what you're feeling in that chat. Click the buttons, like, share, subscribe. Tell us what's on your wrestling mind, as I will get to the people. But Spaz, Damien, and Teddy Kruger were the top three on our last stream. So thank you for that. That's your points. The more you chat, the more points you get. And your super chat, super stickers get you a bonus. So make sure you hit those buttons as well. But without further ado, I will say hello to Mr. Zach is back. Stick to your New Year's resolution day. That's a good one. It's a good one. I don't make resolutions because they tend to fail, but that is a good resolution. Stick to your resolution today, and hopefully you're doing well on that so far. So good. Mr. Stormy letting everyone know that in 1972, on this day, the folk group America released a song, A Horse Without a Name. Classic. An absolute classic. I will join y'all once wrestling returns to its normal time slots. Cheers, Mr. Stormy. We completely understand. Again, don't forget, we are on Spotify. We are out there. We are on Facebook and Instagram and all the other fun stuff. So check out all our content, even if you can't be here for the live shows. And don't forget, you can always queue us up with the replay and follow along at home. I'm being attacked by cat hair. All right, Teddy Kruger back at it. Let's go. We got Punk, we got Stephanie, we got Gunther, we got AJ, we got Javon, and more. I'm liking this card today. What's up, everyone? Card sounds good. A lot of people wondering if there's going to be some surprises. Talks about the return of LA Knight. Who else could show up? Still Jericho buzz out there. Is Fozzy touring anywhere near WWE RAW today? We will find out. But again, funny stories. Rumble coming up, so some surprises. Probably going to hang out until about then. We'll see what that looks like. But welcome back, Teddy. Let's go. Keep on that top of that chart, sir. Damien, the leader of the Hopium tribe. Always a pleasure, and very much looking forward to Gunther versus AJ Styles. Should be a fun one. AJ could be, winding this down. He's talked about winding this down. Gunther seems to be the career killer right now. So will that trend continue? Is AJ the next victim on the list? Time will tell. Jada Paca, Miss Paca, expected to return to NXT very soon. I would imagine she's been out for quite a while. What I've read or what I've heard is that it's not injury related. So hopefully she does return. I think she had a really good 2025. We're excited to see what Jada can do in 2026. Kevin, welcome back. Let's go. Eric, good to see you. Good to see you. What's up? Drew's current title reign is already longer than his last one. Facts. And I know that Big Nick having bragging rights right now. That is Bills beat Tony Khan's Jaguars. I know he was a little nervous. I know it came down to the wire. I know my buddy was a little bit stressed. But thankfully, the Bills pulled it off, which meant we had a really good show last night because he was in great spirits. Big win for the Bills. Stay tuned. Don't forget, our annual Super Bowl party is coming up in February. Not to mention, we'll see if the schedule allows, but maybe we're here to watch a Bills game. I don't want to jinx them. I'm afraid it's going to be a jinx, but stay tuned. Click that little bell so you don't miss all the added stuff that we put in here. And maybe we'll cover a Bills game on the road to the Super Bowl. I'm here, Mega. Always a pleasure, sir. Hate them. Well, again, what can we do when you live in a shoe? I don't know what to tell you. I mean, in a perfect world, they go at normal time. Unfortunately, the nature of the world nowadays, the market is bigger than just the USA or North America. So when you are on Netflix going global a lot of people love this. If you're in the UK, if you're overseas, if you're in the Far East, you're loving these start times. So I know the American audience is a little upset over the last year or so with the start times being moved around, but what can you do? They do replay it. With Netflix, you can get it live or get the replay as soon as the show goes off the air. So, I mean, ultimately, it's a little bit of an inconvenience. And I know people have lives, people have jobs, but here we are. I don't mind the show. I wish all shows, if I'm being straight up, Damien, I wish all shows were like daytime shows, even Dynamite, all of them. Just let's do like afternoon shows, afternoon pay-per-views. I love when we get the shows done and then we can go and have a night and take some time to relax. But, when we do so many shows, some daytime ones are not terrible, not a bad choice at all. What's up, Grizzly? Welcome back. It's going to be a full card. See show from injury list today or surprised by interference. Somebody match today. We wait and see. Think I kind of got what you were putting together there, but yeah, we will wait and see how this one works out. Grizzly, Damien, again, good to see you, buddy. Murdoch, welcome back. Let's go. I like that. KJ and friends. We're live. Yes, we are. Clay Lewis, welcome back. How are you doing? Let's go Steelers. Really? Let's go Steelers. I'll cheer you on. You got a Dallas logo in your avatar. You got a Let's Go Steelers in the chat. What is up, Clay? What is happening? Look it. We'll do it live. What's up, Jose? Let's go. That's how we roll. Let's do it. Let's go. Welcome back. I've heard WWE has spoiled the return of Roman. Now, apparently Roman Reigns will be here tonight. Now, I don't know if that's confirmed, Damien. I did see reports going around that Roman's in the building. Roman's in the area. What's up, Bradley? How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Let's go. What's go Texans? Woof. Lindsay, Texans, eh? All right. Let's go. What is up, John? We'll go with John. How you doing? Didn't watch yesterday's show. Too busy yesterday. Oh, thank you for telling us. But it is up and it never goes away. It's called Evergreen. So make a watch it at your leisure, sir. I lost all my Kalshi bets from the Golden KJs. Oh, that's not good. Brock will confront CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. Likely. Is that who we're thinking's next? Because that does become the question. Is CM Punk done with the vision? Do they run anything back? Is Braun still going to go after it? Will Braun win the Royal Rumble? But who keeps Punk busy in the meantime? Could it be Brock Lesnar? I don't know, but I mean, Brock's not a bad show. We know he's been hanging around. Thank you, Mega. I didn't get it either. Good afternoon. What's up, OG Dale? How you doing on this Monday? Love to see it. Love to see it. That geek box in the house. See, speaking of people who enjoy these early afternoon start times, and I call them early afternoon, it's nice and heading towards evening for our friend Geekbox. So shout out Geekbox. How you doing, buddy? The fastest hands in the business. Everyone's second favorite box, Mr. Geekbox. How you doing, buddy? Go check out our friend and give him some love. Keep forgetting these shows early, right? Right? It happens, man. It's making my mornings hectic. Fozzies are doing a show in my town this Saturday. Really? Should go. Should go. Wear a Jared Hogan shirt and go. Pablo, good to see you. Good to see you. Bradley, we got you. Brock Lesnar may appear tonight. It's possible. Let's see. Roman's supposed to be in the building as well. Like I said, AJ Styles will be on TNA on Thursday. Yes, so we will be here live. If you go to our YouTube page, I'm not sure how you guys navigated your way over to the channel here today, but on our main page, you will see the upcoming shows. We got a lot of them coming up, but Thursday, we will be here live. 8:45 p.m. TNA Tony should be joining us. Mr. Big Nick will be here as well, and we will welcome TNA to AMC. Remember, it's an hour later than usual, so we will be live at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow, 7:45 for NXT. Wednesday, Maximum Carnage, also 7:45. And then leads all the way into SmackDown, another early show, another afternoon show. And then we have TNA Genesis Saturday night. And we have a Royal Rumble preview on Sunday this week. It hasn't been posted yet. Our Royal Rumble stream's already up, but the preview is coming. So make sure you check us out. We're here all weekend long this weekend. And that will be up in the next day or two. But looking forward to another busy week in wrestling. And yes, AJ Styles has been announced. The usual suspects are going to be there. EC3 returning to TNA, I do believe. So very interesting times for the TNA brand and what it can do. He is in Germany. Let's go. Broncos country. Let's ride. So we've got Steelers, Texans, Broncos. Did I miss it? Who else we got out there? Brandon, how you doing? How you doing? Again, welcome back, Jose. Mega, how you know bulk? Can you see the future? What are you talking? Mega, are you on the good? Was it a wake and bake today? What is up, sir? How you doing, buddy? You mean American bitch ball? Turn a heel until Cody does. There you go. Let's go. Let's go. Called it bitch ball, folks. That's from a British guy. My family hails from Germany, and I've never been there. I would love to visit the homeland. Teddy, that's excellent. I love it. Yeah, I mean, that'd be super cool. Polo. I miss y'all. Bang, bang. Niner, though. Yeah, let's go. The Niners. The Niners burying the Eagles yesterday. I love it. Love to see it. Welcome back, Polo. Hope you are well. And hope you are keeping safe and happy, sir. What's up, Flame? I always want to say Brother Fluff, but Flame, Thrower, Fluff, Salisbury. It's a mouthful, folks, but welcome. Dun, dun, dun. You need alter ego. Let's go. What's up, Safit? Welcome back, sir. Brandon, I see you. Geekbox, we got you. Let's go. Roman Reigns. Hi, how are you, C-Money? And what's up, Osama? Welcome back. Bradley gifting a membership, and I might have to scroll back up to see why. But that looks like I got to the bottom of the list at the right time as we are going live. If you want to sync up, I get then just passed. You can follow along at home if you're watching on Netflix, which it should be now. Let's go. What will tonight be like? Forever. Let's go. Oh, there you go. I've heard WWE have spoiled return. Yeah, I did catch that. Welcome to Monday Afternoon Raw live in Germany. Yes, we are. As we start off by going to last week's Stranger Things, again, mixed reviews for the first WWE RAW of 2026. Again, I think a lot of good stuff happened, but I do also think it was a little flat. I felt it was a little bit, it felt slow. It felt kind of monotonous. It wasn't my favorite show. I think for the next and Netflix premiere, again, on paper, they did some stuff, but I don't know how well it delivered. I thought a lot of breaks, a lot of pauses, a lot of gaps. Lackluster, beautiful word. Love it. Lackluster. I'm missing Raw this afternoon. I'm fixing pipes in my basement right now. Is that code for like puff puff pass? What are we doing, MDB? Hope those pipes are doing well, sir. Let Wesley know we say hi. Let's go. What's up, Bailey? How you doing? How you doing? Ronan, the Phenomenal One, AJ Styles versus the Ring General. It's going to be a good one. We will find out who you taking. Who you taking? I'm excited for TNA. Yeah, I'm excited as well. And I mean, this channel has been a supporter of TNA from day one. We've always tried to cover TNA. It's tapered off at times just to allow our scheduling to breathe. But we always tune into the big shows. We never miss a pay-per-view. TNA generally, 9 times out of 10 will give you a solid pay-per-view. We're excited. And if they can go live more and they can be more consistent, we will be here to cover just about everything, folks. So make sure you do that. We're moving some stuff around. That's why I told you to click that little bell because, like last night's show on a Sunday. This week we're going to do the Royal Rumble preview show. I do believe. Don't quote me on that, but most likely we're going to do it then. We're going to utilize our Sundays a little more. Again, more days, more content, more work for you guys. But hopefully everyone out there enjoys it and you tell your friends and we can continue to grow the WFU. So I'm still getting the highlights from last week. Braun Breaker, CM Punk. Fixing my pipes. That's way less fun, my guy. Way less fun. I hope you're doing all right. Good luck with your pipes, and maybe you'll get to relax in a little bit. Who do the Usos wrestle next on Raw? I don't know because I mean we've talked a lot about the WWE's tag team division on the men's side being a little bit lackluster, being a little bit boring, and not a whole lot of good quality tag teams as far as booking goes. So I mean, right now it's completely up in the air. It's wide open to who goes after the New Day. So we get the outside shot, people going into the building, the PSD Bank Dome. Dome. Jack of all trades. There's too many jokes there for I'm going to move on. Ronan, we got you. Dale, that's, yeah. Shout out to anybody in the area that can help MDB with his pipes. Let him know. As we got the walk-in, CM Punk, Logan Paul. Of course, Logan Paul's got his own cameraman. Let's go. Roddy Piper, let's go. Good answer. Jose, well played, sir. I'm mad I didn't say it. As we get the Vision walking in, Javon's going to be in action, as we talked about, taking on Bravo. I knew it was one of the Americanos and wasn't sure which one. Let's go. It's those cold Chicago winters freezing up all the pipes. Do we get the reunion of the Lucha Bros in 2026? Yeah. I think the only reason why we haven't had the reunion of the Lucha Bros is injury, bad timing. We talked about they were supposed to team up in AAA. I believe it was Ray that had to fill in for Penta at that time. So, I mean, it's been unfortunate. They will get back together. I know the wrestling fan bases get a little impatient, and if things didn't happen this week, they're never going to happen. But yeah, I mean, someday they will bring the brothers back together. The Lucha Bros versus the Usos, or if you want to do the Lucha Bros versus the Usos and the New Day and MCMG, a fatal 4-way ladder match or some shit at Mania, it works for me. The Lucha Bros are great. Go get Alex Abrahantes. As here comes one of my favorite entrances in the company. Thought I had a graphic for this, but apparently I missed it. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley opening the show tonight. Previously announced that they would be opening the show. Io looking like $1,005,000 starting this one off. Let's go. Let's go.
Would you like butter on that, sir?
Sometimes you need butter on the biscuit. Well, thank you, Michael. Thank you. Welcome back. I'm amused how the online trolls in the IWC are always talking about how they can't wait until this wrestler returns or this wrestler returns when they have so much talent on their roster already. I mean, again, it's always we want what we don't have and we don't want what we do have. And we've seen time and time again. We've talked a lot in 2025, heading into 2026, about Jey Uso. Oh, Jey Uso. We've been here live when everybody was, Jay's got to get his shake. Jay never gets a fair win. Oh, Jay needs a W. Jay did it. And everyone turned on him. We've seen it. I worry that's what's going to happen with LA Knight. Cody Rhodes, kind of the same idea. Then you see the talent in and out. You got people out there, why aren't they using Natty? Then you bring Natty in, they say she's boring. People can't really get their shit together. It's a fickle fan base at times, and a lot of the focus is on what we don't get, what we don't have, what didn't happen, opposed to what is happening, how good is it, and what's really going on. So hopefully in 2026, we can continue to buck the trend and push back against the IWC. Most of the members of the IWC wake up looking for a reason to be pissed off and break out a box of tissues. And we've seen it time and time again. We won't do it. We're not going to do it. You might not always agree with us, but we're not going to bullshit you. Lucha Bros, yeah, I think so. You cut them loose heading into Mania, and I still think it might not be a bad idea to unify the WWE tag titles. I've been saying it for quite a while. I don't think it's a terrible idea. I really don't. As right now, Rhea, Io getting into the ring. And we will see if somebody comes walking out that we don't expect. I'm just happy to have Ilya back. Ilya coming back is a good thing. And I mean, I know people talked about, can't believe you lost the belt already. He's fine. People act like when you lose, it's like, a video game. Like you get, fatality. He's done. We never see him again. I don't know why we don't get it. Good wrestlers lose. If you want to have good matches, good wrestlers are going to lose matches. It's just the way it is. I've heard Motor City Machine Guns will do a triple show this weekend. Wouldn't surprise me. Monday Night Rio. Horror, matey. Kevin Owens not returning anytime soon. I got into it with somebody on another channel last night. I had neck surgery well over 2 years ago, and I'm still recovering. KO had surgery in July. Yeah, I mean, again, KO's return is up in the air. When we're dealing with neck surgery, when you're dealing with that kind of major surgery, it really is a question mark. We've seen the likes of Big E, who never came back or hasn't come back yet. Guys like Edge that had to sit out for 8 years. We want KO back. As you know, as everyone should know out there, huge KO fan for several reasons. And at the end of the day, yeah, we'd love to see him come back. I don't see him back in time for Rumble. I don't see him back in time for Mania. I just don't, but a surprise would be nice. The fans chanting, you deserve it, to Io, by the way. Rhea can almost turn heel on Io at this point, to be 100% honest with everybody. Nobody is ready for Riho, so they're still making fun of the old champions. Dale's got it. Dale's feeling the vibe here tonight. Let's go. How's Dale doing there? The afternoon yum-yums. It's because, wait a minute. I know that music. Liv Morgan with Roxanne Perez. Are we going to get an impromptu little shindig here tonight as Roxanne and Liv? Dreams may come true. I think a title is a measure of how good a wrestler they are, or if we should like them. Yeah, very simplistic that way. And I've been a very vocal critic of like the 50-50 booking, of the protect everyone booking, that there is no real hierarchy to the company or to the booking. The IWC doesn't get it. They watch everything in a microscope. Somebody could be on a 7-match winning streak, but they lost this week to this guy. He's ruined. So again, fickle, simple, and again, that's why we don't rep the IWC. We disparage it as much as we can, actually. Nobody is ready for Riho. Nobody. But it looks like Liv and Roxy might be. What a tag team. Give them the belts.
Yum yums.
See, she never lost her title. Oh, shit. Ooh, not feeling it. Trey's not feeling it. What's up? Short Stack Express, a hundo P. Roxanne's almost dragging that hitch. But we got more company. Bailey and Lyra, Bird Lady and Batty Lady coming out together. Call them pocket rockets. Facts. Short Queens. If they lose the tag belts, Rhea possibly can go heel mode. KJ, cross your fingers. I think Io is over enough. We even saw it on this channel when we asked who the best wrestler in 2025 was from the female category. Io wins it, right? Like, Io has a big groundswell right now. She had a really good 25 world titles, tag titles. She had a good year. And if I think Rhea was to get fed up and kick her in the head, I think enough people would rather see Io at the top and cheer for Io than they would for Rhea, I think. As the crowd starts cheering and singing for Bailey. Will you be my girl? That's cool with me because none of my favorite wrestlers ever win the title kind of the same way, right? Like, I get it, my guy, right? Just the the cheerer of the mediocre. What can I do? Early prediction for the 4 matches to determine who wrestles in a fatal 4-way at Saturday main event. The winner faces Drew. Perhaps LA Knight. Well, Germany wants Bailey and Lyra. They're getting a little bit of a pop. Do you do like a surprise in there somewhere, or do you just go with top guys? Like, would you do who's sitting at the top? LA maybe. Do you do someone like a Shinsuke, slot him in? Would you do who's a Sami Zayn? Hey Bailey, I wanna know, would you be my girl? Because Io's getting jazzed up again. Yeah, my God. Oh wait, the Kabuki Warriors taking out Rio and Io. Rio and Io. Rhea and Io. Riho, if you would. The only Riho that matters in wrestling. Dun, dun, dun. What's up, Kyle? How you doing? She's still semi. She has that like switch. She's like Bruce Banner, but Bailey. Like Bruce Banner with a dump truck. So Kabuki Warriors laying waste to everybody right now. Oh, Roxanne's stomping Kyrie in one corner, Lyra in the other. So it looks like we're really setting up. Again, this doesn't include the SmackDown presence. Lash and Nia. Do you team up Tiff and Blake Monroe? Was that too many? Io pops up and the crowd goes wild. Let's go. EO feeling good, feeling good. Happy birthday to Raquel. Let's go. Well, she will be here on her birthday. There's Nick. He loves Bailey. I know. Just singing that. Where's Nick to sing the song? He just likes a good sing along. So it doesn't even matter that it's Bailey. There's AJ style in the back with Jackie Redmond. Bailey's two personalities have merged. Yeah, so she's been doing this thing where she's kind of normal most of the time, and then there's like this switch that goes off. Liv, do you have a Liv? Do have a good point. She did not lose the title, and she is addressing it. It's a very good argument, Safid. I mean, that's what you expect. I don't like when champions return and forget that they had the belt once upon a time. So AJ Styles is in the back saying that him and John bonded over respect. And week after week. Okay. So that's why he's pissed off at Gunther. The lack of respect. I am definitely the rooter and cheer for the mediocre. Gotta love the underdogs. You always got to go for an underdog. That's why I like Sami Zayn so much. That's why I cheer for the Leafs. That and geography, I think. But yeah, it's a rough go when your teams don't do it. Right. As here comes Javon Evans to kick this one off. I don't even know if I have to put a poll up for this one, guys. I mean, I will, but it just seems like Javon's going to win, I would imagine. I don't even like the idea of like he loses because of outside interference. I don't love it. I don't love it. If they beat him here tonight, I'm going to be a bit bummed. But here comes Javon. He's going to be taking on Bravo. Bravo Americano. And there you go. Officially a part of the Raw roster. How do you feel about the call-up of Javon? How do you feel about him being on Raw? What do you think his ceiling is? How will he handle the main roster? Uber babyface, touching all the hands, high in all the fives. As we go to our first commercial break of the day. I want to see if I get an actual commercial break, or do they go back to the action? Do we go back to the ring? Boo, says Trey. Trey not just booing stuff, right? This is about to be fire. I like how they're setting this up. I really do. And welcome back. Welcome back, More Tiara. Yeah, I really think I like the potential fatal four-way. I mean, again, there's still other women's tag team divisions. And right now, there is no tag team division in wrestling being booked like the WWE's women. It just feels like they're hot. It's main event talent. It feels strong. It feels put together. It feels organized. I like it. Lots of contenders, lots of chaos. Ilya versus Sammy is another match in that tournament. Yeah, I would be totally down for that. I think I got interrupted during the women's segment, but Ilya would be perfect. Ilya Sammy would be outstanding. And we already know that they're running that one back. The women's tag team division is on fire right now, 100%. 100%. Liv lost title by injured. Yes. So Liv had to give up the title. And remember, they just transitioned it kind of to Roxanne and Raquel. So she has every right to kind of stake her claim to it. But here come the Americanos. Let's go. Get fight. Bouncy. We got bouncy time. Let's go. We went from bouncy time to bouncy time. Sami Zayn is an underdog. Yeah, for sure. What do you mean? That should be evident. I mean, it's right in his thing. Underdog from the underground. Yeah, 100% an underdog. Tell me all the major things that guy scooped up. Javon is a great addition to the Monday Night roster. I love it. Works for me. Javon Evans wins. Raw is about to get bouncy all the time. It's funny how the WWE itself and even the commentary has picked up on like bouncy. Everything's bouncy. Oh, AJ tap out Gunther in this match. Highly unlikely, Vance. I don't see it. People getting mad at Javon signing during the commercial made me laugh. Again, I think this is a very American-centric viewpoint, Jose. One, does it really matter? Make it an internet clip. You're good. You got to do something on the commercial breaks. But if you're watching internationally, which makes up, again, I hate to break this to certain fans out there, there's more people outside of the US of A than in the US of A. So therefore, more people were completely happy with Javon signing during a commercial break. It wasn't a commercial break for them. And again, I do think that the time changing, the adjustment to Netflix, I think some of the North American audience has struggled with not being the primary focus, but being a part of this global approach. Love Javon now on Raw. He's got a lot of energy. Definitely got a lot of energy and a good opportunity to bring that energy to Monday every week, to be something a little different, to kind of hype it up, to have that change of pace is great. Kissing hands and shaking babies. So tonight we are getting a number one contenders women's tag team championship match. Said that backwards, but you got me. So it will be the Judgment Day, Lyra and Bailey and the Kabuki Warriors, all set to become number one contenders here tonight. And there's Finn in the back having a good time. Did you see what happened? You see what? So, like, Finn doesn't give two shits. So we are slowly watching. Again, this has been a long time coming. But Finn, not really overly invested in the Judgment Day quite the way it would seem. As Liv giving a little pep talk to Finn. There you go. Roxy doubles down, and Finn's like, maybe they're right. So does Finn go after CM Punk? Did anyone count the commercial breaks on SmackDown on Friday? I wonder if Raw will have more or less of the same. So, I mean, on my perspective of the commercial breaks, I don't really care. As long as when the commercial breaks become noticeable, it's an issue. Generally, they become noticeable because the show itself isn't carrying weight. So it's one of those things where you're kind of bored and then realize why. I think Monday was unique because it was on Netflix, not used to like how many times they stepped away. And I felt like more than just the commercial breaks, there was just large gaps in action. So it was like commercial, WrestleMania promo, backstage interview, another fucking ad, a merch ad. Then we got a little bit of wrestling, then back to the backstage. That to me overall hurts the product. After all, afternoon all. What's up, Cherokee? Let's go. How much is Javon being groomed for possible WWE Championship running? I don't know. I think he's kind of on that trajectory, but I think it's going to take time. I think again, patience is the word. He's a young man. I know guys like Brian Alvarez want him to be like world heavyweight champion right now. But I feel like that's also the same fans that fizzle out. Once you give them the title, then you're like, I'm tired of him. So you don't want to burn this kid out. You're going to put him in good matches with guys like Bravo here, where it's just a fun time for a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I think they see money and they see the value in Javon Evans. Javon is wearing an NXT 67 or 67 jersey. Yeah. Dave is an idiot. Wait, what did Dave say? Where's Saffet? What do you? But I would rather live to go after the world title. That can't be it. All right. Dave's an idiot. KJ, your thoughts on Killer Kelly leaving TNA? Killer Kelly's a talented woman. She's a really good wrestler. She's been solid in the tag team division. She's been solid on her own. It's a little intriguing in a time where I feel like the Knockouts could use a Killer Kelly. For whatever reason, they did not come to terms. Maybe this does mean she's moving on. I know we always talk when somebody moves on. Are they going to the WWE? Are they going to AEW? I don't know. I mean, I know Killer Kelly had a child not long ago. I don't know if that plays a factor into this. But at the end of the day, both companies, I think, could utilize her. There is a good amount of talent there. Lots of chicken contenders. Man, Teddy fitting right in. Let's go. Bailey equals fetus with boobs. Festus. Wow. I completely botched on that one. The Geek Box instead of a bell. Let's go. I made it worse. Let's go. Dino Bravo for the W. Let's see what the chat said. 85% going Javon. That makes sense. 5% did say nobody. I could see that being the case. I don't love to me, get Javon in. He's new. Don't do this thing where, he got rolled up, but he was cheated, so we're going to run it back. Just let him win. Let him find ways to win. Maybe, the Americanos try and distract or get away from it. And Javon finds a way to outsmart them all, get the W on Bravo. Maybe next week you run him up against Ray or whatever, Reyes or whatever the other guy is. And then you do Ludwig at the end of it all. John, welcome back. What did open up Raw today? It was opened up with Rio and Io set Rio. I keep doing it. Rhea and Io kind of put came out, cut a promo. They were interrupted by 3 other tag teams, and now we are going to get a triple threat match for the number 1 contendership. John Rhea and Io promo. There you go. Thank you for yeah. What's up, Vance? Down goes Bravo. The crowd cheering and on their feet. Smell a Finn face turn. So here becomes the interesting part. If he goes face, that him against the Judgment Day becomes the battle. But if he goes after Punk, he'd have to stay heel to do so, I do believe. Where's Curtis? Let's go. Why did Oma drop the title? Oba? Because he's coming up to the main roster. He vacated it because there was no one else left to compete or contend. So yeah, he puts the belt down and walks off. And that's Nick and I have joked about it. We predicted that fucking 2 years ago that he was just going to give the belt back and say, see ya. So, or a year and a half ago, whatever it was. Javon for the win. That makes sense. Yeah. I think we're clearly on the record about that. I don't know I didn't see the comment that started this whole Meltzer decorum, but at the end of the day, yeah, F him. Somebody is going to bring the demon back out of Finn. Yeah, I think it will happen. I mean, there's been a lot of talk about it. The Finn puppet was, and I agree. I mean, I like the fact that Finn is protective. Finn doesn't just do it willy-nilly. He wants to, if we're going to use the demon, let's use it proper. Let's make it cool. We don't want people to expect it, but we want to have the moment. And I mean, this Mania 42 in Vegas, if Finn can be in something of substance of some kind, even if it's Finn Dom for a title, a mid-card title even, it works. It works for me, and you have that opportunity for a really cool thing. We missed the demon entrances, I think, a lot, right? Like, those entrances were dope. The NXT London might be the best one, the Jack the Ripper one. So, and it's over. That's good. Did good, Trips. That's a good one. He needs a straight up win against somebody. Doesn't matter. Kobe Carino has officially resigned a multi-year deal with NWA. Fair enough. Surprising. I wouldn't sign a multi-year deal. That's risky. Oba dropped the belt because he is not good enough to get someone over, and creative sucks. Yeah. No, not at all. I think that's really misguided, Mr. Money. I love that. And again, Oba sucking. Yeah, come on. Are we being realistic about this? Are we really? I love the demon, but I understand why Finn goes through what Finn goes through to prepare for that. Something like 6 hours or 7 hours of makeup for sure. And again, I don't even think that was, I mean, that's a concern if you're doing it all the time. But yeah, they're beating up on Javon right now. Javon gets chucked over the table. Vomitos. Oh, Evans up on the guardrail, and he is cornered. Turn around and run through the crowd. What are you doing? Javon hops over Americano and runs away. Neener, neener, neener. Cute, cute, cute. Meltzer's 5-star rating system is bull poop. There was many great matches last year that only got 3, 4, or 5. Dave's bias, Dave's love affair, Dave's creepy, weird obsession with certain members of the AW roster have made the 5-star rating a farce. He's the only critic I know in the world that will critique and give a rating not based on his 2 cents. Oh, I didn't like it, but it was a 5-star match. It's the biggest pile of bullshit going. As we get, speaking of bullshitters, Paul Heyman in the back with Adam Pearce. Jose, thank you. The comment was Dave Meltzer said that people backstage don't see Javon as a main eventer, and that's why he signed during the commercial. Dave Meltzer's a fucking moron. Jose, thank you so much for the super chat and the information. Again, that's just Dave Meltzer. And you got to remember, and I said this a long time ago, guys, when the regime changed in the WWE and you had Triple H, a guy who was openly, publicly smashing the dirt sheets, saying the dirt sheets are a joke. The IWC needs to lighten up. People need to enjoy the shows. The lack of access and the lack of cutoff or the lack of ability to get the inside scoop from that company just means you critique them poorly. It is part of the whole process here. It's why you see certain publications completely lie to you, to be honest. Meltzer sounds like a sandwich to me. Yeah, a gross one. Tuna Meltzer in the house. But again, thank you so much, Jose. We go to a break, and here, oh, I can't believe the Usos. Are we out of the break or in the break? But here come the Usos. Oh, wait. Is it just Jay? Where's Jimmy? It might just be Jay. I don't know if I see Jimmy. Oba cannot. Oba is putting out he's not experienced enough. That is completely wrong, completely false, completely inaccurate. Oba did great putting Ricky over, but it's also a guy that you don't really want to be putting people over. If you want to keep him as a permanent kind of fixture, you want him as a beast. I mean, he did take L's. You don't want him taking too many. So, in a way to protect him, but also make him look like the powerhouse, he's going to do what only one other person has ever done, and that was Asuka, and just give the belt back. So, no offense, C-Money, completely inaccurate, completely off base. If Oba wanted to, or if they wanted Oba to put someone over or elevate somebody, he'd be fine doing it. I mean, to suggest somehow his experience prevents him from that, again, that's bullshit at best. And then at the end of the day, this is what we predicted. So the bad creative, well, then you can accuse Nick and I of bad creative because this is how we would have done it. This is how we predicted it would be done. And to me, they nailed it on point. And even the way they did it, I thought was well delivered. So yeah, I can't agree with you, my guy. So sorry for that, but yeah, no, not wrong, not accurate at all. Oba, you want him to look like a force, so it doesn't really help his career, especially when he's on his way up to start putting over the Javons of the world again. We did the Ricky thing, I think, to get to the heel turn for Ricky, and that's it. We moved on. So, I mean, that's what we do. Uso, who do you think is going to show up from NXT? Again, the world is our oyster. They've announced a lot of them. We've talked about Jordan Grace. We've talked about others that have started to transition. Blake Monroe, where is she? What is she doing? One second. I just want to deal with you. Nope. Mr. Jock, goodbye. All right, back to I am in I'm in ads. Yeah, I'm in actual ads right now. They were showing Jey Uso dance. He said some words. Now we're showing what I do believe is Riyadh and advertising for the Royal Rumble. Looks AI as shit. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of getting tired of Jey running his music back. Trey, a lot of people feel that way, and that's fine. But the in crowd building, the crowd in the building, should I say? Um, yeah, like what do we like? I mean, at the end of the day, what are we gonna do? The crowd in the building loves it. It's like saying, "Oh shit, the Rolling Stones are playing Painted Black again." They've been doing it for 5, 6, 7 decades. So again, wrestling fans are a unique bunch of you can like Jey Uso if you turn the clock back, would be one of the most over guys in the company. You really would. Like you got to understand. Like Jay has achieved what every wrestler's trying to achieve, and for some reason, the current fan base they just don't have fun. They don't like fun. They don't care that over 10,000 people are standing on their feet demanding the run back. And eventually the fans will tire out of it and you move into a new direction. But here comes CM Punk. That is the question. That is the question. Yeah, I'm going to skip over that one because who knows? What's up? What's up, Eric? How you doing? TNA has officially re-signed Cedric Alexander. Yeah, good decision. Cedric's a good guy, gives you good matches, quality guy. He's somebody. Remember, he was a slam dunk. Remember, the dirt sheets told us the minute he gets out of WWE, he's going to the Hurt Syndicate. Wah, wah. What up? What up? What up? Do you think Triple H will book Oba the way Sean did? I would imagine it's going to be similar, right? I mean, again, we know that these guys, Sean in particular, isn't working completely independent of Triple H. They kind of have a vision, an idea of where they want this to go, how they want it to look. Yeah, I think the idea is to bring Oba in and make him a force. If they do that, great. Will they pull it off? I don't know, but I hope they do. The only song that I want to run back is My Fancy Like Applebee's. That's jokes. Go check out the Christmas version of that one, buddy. The crowd, the in crowd. Yeah, the in crowd. A new Star Trek film's been announced. Dave Meltzer and the love rod of Khan. Ooh, I like it. I like Geekbox feeling it today. See what happens when you get like a mid evening Geekbox? It's all spry and full of piss and vinegar. Yes, Scatabo was playing Royal Rumble, and the WWE on SmackDown and on Monday apparently wanted the whole world to know that Scatabo was playing their video game. When will WWE be on ESPN? I don't know, actually. I don't know how that's all playing out. I really don't. And I mean, that's partly because I watch everything on Netflix, so Nick might actually have a better answer than I do because he's got to figure all that shit out. Yeah, like I mean, again, it's like, what are we gonna do? The job of a wrestler when you sign up, your goal as a pro wrestler, like you want to be a hockey player. Your goal is to win the Stanley Cup, help a team win a Stanley Cup. You want to be a ball player. You want to win a World Series. You want to win a Super Bowl. In the WWF, WWE, in AEW, in pro wrestling throughout history, you want to get over. You want to make the show better. You want to contribute. You want to get to the peak because you're so over. And that's generally how we decide. And I mean, there's this weird kind of hipster take on wrestling of like, we hate the Jey Usos, we hate the Rhea Ripleys, we hate the Becky Lynches, but why aren't they pushing Pete Dunne? Like, it's just this weird, like, we're going to root for the uncool guy until he gets cool, and then we're going to stop cheering for him. Right, right. You know what I mean? Blows my mind. Jada Parker expected to be back very soon. I think you said that before, sir. The Usos are entertaining. Yeah, they've been good. and arguably the best tag team in WWE history as far as accolades and overall entertainment value and accomplishment. Yeah, it's Geekbox, not at 2 a.m. Trying to stay enthusiastic. Let's go, buddy. Punk's happy. His beard is still in playoffs. His Bears. I think you said his beard. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, it must be. Cedric, but he will always be a middle. Yeah, I mean, again, certain guys have those ceilings, right? It's not like, and we see it all the time of like, the WWE could have had Danny Garcia. Yeah, so what? Like Danny Garcia is a dime a dozen. Like, you're not missing out on a world champion. So, and I mean, other guys, we talk about Ricochet. Ricochet, I thought was better off going to AEW because I thought he hit his WWE ceiling. Cedric, kind of the same thing, was kind of mid lower guy, can have really phenomenal matches. Awesome when you have like a 205. He'll do great, and he is great. Big fan of Cedric, and he'll help TNA. But here's Finn Balor. Finn Balor said, I hear you, Liv. And Finn Balor stepping up. And interesting enough, not jumping Punk, not coming up from behind, but literally just walking down the aisle. Punk's happy for sure. World Wrestling Entertainment. Yeah, like and you see it with some of the fans. Like, do you all go to concerts and just sit? I don't even know what my ass don't get anywhere near my seat during a concert unless I stumbled. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? Like, you paid the money to be in the building. You want to cheer. You want to sing along. You want to participate. I think the WWE has done a better job than other companies of audience participation. I think there's too many wrestlers out there that here comes generic wrestler number 6. He's really good in the ring, but he's got generic music. He's got generic personality. That the crowd doesn't really cheer unless he hits a big move. There's so much of that in wrestling. You need, you got guys like Swerve. Swerve, just remixed one of the best entrance songs in AEW and made it worse. Right? Swerve should be out there running fucking Swerve. Swerve When I Drive back. You should be doing that every week. They're missing out. I have YouTube TV, have ESPN. They don't show WWE pay-per-views either. No, I mean, again, I think WrestlePalooza was like a special one-off. Will they run that back on ESPN? I don't know. Rumor is that they didn't love it. There you go. Finn says, you name me as somebody you'd like to face, and here I am, champ. All right. Patriots win Super Bowl. I have said it since mid-year. Watch out for the Patriots. No one is paying attention to watch them. Again, the Patriots kind of come out of left field, where everybody was kind of like content with this, like, you go rebuild. You're not what you used to be. And they found a way. And if the Patriots win the Super Bowl, a lot of people are going to be upset, including the guy I do these shows with quite frequently. He is not going to be a happy camper, but it shall be interesting. They're cooking. That's the fun part about sports. Momentum is a motherfucker. Jimenez, good evening. Greetings from Poland. Welcome. I'm guessing I said that right. I don't understand what EO said in Japanese. Either do I, but we know she was excited about it. I only know English, and I live in Poland. Do you know Polish in Poland? You know what I'm capable of. Crowd cheers. Pong says, I'm a fan of Finn Balor. Somewhat similar voice to the Macho. Way more British, not as gravelly. But I see what you're saying. I mean, at times. Finn Balor. Oh, wait. Finn's saying we're going to do this right here? Big CM Punk chance breakout. Yeah, giving a wrestler shit for having the fans cheer and get excited would be like getting mad at a race car driver for driving too fast. $82.99 for YouTube TV. Whew. Whew. Yeah, no, it's brutal. Brutal. You took one of the most singable songs where you could just have a baby face where the whole place comes lit like Jay. It would be like Yeet, but cooler. And they didn't capitalize. Sometimes they did it. It faded away. And now we get a remix that's terrible. Terrible. Because Swerve wants to prove what an artist he is. I won't be alone, says Finn. Okay. Chicago. I'm in. I like it. I like this. It's the Punk versus the Prince. I like it. I like it. I like it. Punk versus the Prince. I apologize to the fans in Dusseldorf. I might have said that wrong. They wanted to see the champ work. So Finn does not want to fight tonight, even though Punk's willing. Why wouldn't you take the chance, bro? Prince Devitt? Maybe the Prince has some old friends that are coming available that we could work with. Nice little exchange, setting up Finn and Balor, the Prince versus Punk. I like it. So official, they're hoping it will be for next week, next Monday. In Belfast isn't exactly home for Finn Balor, but it is the Emerald Isle. So Finn Balor against Punk in Ireland? Woo! Woo hoo hoo! That'll be interesting. Yeah, Punk did the champ thing of like, let's do it. And Finn's still playing heelish. As right now we are going back to Gunther making John Cena tap out like a bitch. That all being said, folks, the show rolls on. Like we are getting the video package for Gunther. We're setting up AJ Styles tonight. That shall be fun. Don't forget, we are back tomorrow. We're back all week long. Every day this week we're here. Saturday, Sunday, all the way into Monday. We're getting so close to the Royal Rumble. One of my favorite shows every single year. One of my favorite shows to cover. Lots of fun, lots of excitement. Make sure you're here. Make sure you click the little bell. Royal Rumble at noon. Oh, we will be here live early, folks, as we come from Saudi Arabia. And then more coming your way. We're building up, and we got more shows. Wednesday, Maximum Carnage. Don't even know what that means, but it sounds exciting. We're going to be there. This weekend is Genesis. We're there live on Saturday night for Genesis. We are here Thursday for the premiere of TNA Impact on AMC. Looking forward to that. That's going to be awesome. And don't forget, out now, our 2025 For Lifeies. Make sure you go check this out. Let us know. Don't forget to comment on the videos, folks. Don't just watch, comment. Let us know if we missed something. Let us know if the fans got it wrong. Remember, a fan vote award. I didn't agree with all the votes. I really didn't. There was a couple in there that I thought we got it wrong. But that is how a vote goes. So make sure, if you haven't seen it yet, maybe this afternoon, this evening, tonight, when we all wrap up here today, this will be fun to watch. Go check it out, as we had a great time bringing you the 2025 For Lifeies. We will be back halfway through the year with the Mid-Lifeies. Let's go. As the Kabuki Warriors heading out to the ring, let's get a really brief but fun word from our sponsor. That's right, folks. We shirt people. And once again, don't forget the award show is up and out now. But make sure you get your merch as well, as I merged two promos all into one. But yes, get your votes, get your merch and go check out your votes. But yeah, we shirt people. We got more coming your way. We're working on it. But everything on the website, everything in the store is at cost. We make pennies. Pennies. They don't even make pennies anymore, but we're making them. Yeah, we make sense on our apparel. We want it to sell, so we've priced it as low as we possibly can. And again, we've been working on a apparel project for quite a while. But go get your merch, and yeah, once you do, send a picture. Let us know you like it. This will be an impromptu triple threat tag match for the women's tag titles. Still to come. We got Gunther on the docket. We do have the tag team match with the Vision up against Penta and Dragon Lee. So we get blessed with Roxanne Perez once again. And Liv Morgan. With pleasure.
Yum yums.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. No, Jericho will enter in nothing less than a Raw, WWE Raw. He has too much clout. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to bring Jericho back, if Jericho's truly coming back, then it's going to be in a big moment. Again, it could be a Raw. I think they might try and surprise us. You know, and again, at this time of year, a lot of us start looking at Rumble. And, you know, could he return at the Rumble? Can others return at the Rumble? We've been waiting to see if others were going to be in the Rumble. So we'll find out, and we will break it down in our Rumble preview show, which could be this weekend. I think it's this weekend. No win for Finn. We nation riots. Yeah, I mean, it could be a good time. We know the Irish folk know how to get down, so let's see. We can jig it up. Watching Wrestling for Life Network, eating sweet barbecue ribs. I had me some of those yesterday. Corn and mashed potatoes. Wow, let's go. Sounds lovely. Life could be worse. Yeah, it could. Sounds fucking delicious, bro. And as we approach 3 o'clock p.m., I'm starting to get a rumble in my belly, and you're not helping. Thoughts on back-to-back weeks with Pyro starting Raw, KJ? I like it. I mean, again, big shows, you want them to feel special. I like them starting off with like the pyro and the music. I always think back to like the old Raw days of like that was kind of your kickoff, right? Um, and we always, you make it a song that you recognize that you can sing along with. Again, audience participation matters, and I think that you have that opportunity. I mean, it's a little more exciting than watching everybody walk through the doors. Or maybe you do the pyro and then do some walk-ins. I think they've been doing too many of and the popcorn guy has made it to the arena tonight. Tanisha, what's up, Tanisha? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome back. Jericho needs to soak it in, soak it in, man. If he returns, the Rumble won't allow that. Sure will. We've seen that before. Think about last year. Alexa comes out, big pop, maybe one of the biggest pops of the year. But yeah, she took her moment. Charlotte Flair came back from injury. She took her time. She got pyro. So yeah, I think Jericho. I mean, imagine if you have somebody in the ring that has a history with Jericho of any kind. But if you had a couple guys in the ring or people kind of having that moment and out of nowhere, instead of the Rumble clock, instead of, the usual countdown for Rumble, you get the Y2J countdown. That's enough. It will work. And it will be a moment. The Rumble has provided so many moments for that kind of big, holy fuck. Jericho comes out. People will lose their mind. They'll get caught up in it. He'll hit a few moves. I don't think he'll win, but it will be fun to watch. And then he comes out on Raw and, gets everyone jazzed about what he just did. Will you be my girl? We're back to Bailey. Fans loving it in Germany. I live. Oh, yeah, I guess I'll put a poll up. I'm a little late because I'm talking, but a late poll. Who wins? Could nobody win this? Could we just get a fatal four-way? Could the triple threat turn into a fatal four-way? Is JD, which is Roxanne and Liv, the Kabuki Warriors, and of course Bird Lady and Bird and Bat Lady are the other team. I don't think. Will they squash this one out? I can't imagine. There we go. Poll is up late, but it's up. Roxanne Perez, Liv Morgan for the win. I like the idea of Roxanne and Liv, but it almost feels like if they win it, they are going to win it. What's up, Murdoch? I had to make a quick run and I had to re-up on everything. If you catch my drift, I get it, man. I get it. I'm looking at my re-up right now, screaming my name. But yeah, welcome. Ken, hey guys, the start time is crazy, aren't they? Aren't they nuts? It's only 3:00. We're already an hour and 10 minutes into stream. Look at all these Dusseldorfs in the crowd. Dusseldorfs everywhere. I literally had a moment where I thought Finn was CM Punk was accusing Finn of being from like fucking the Shire. Like, oh, he's a Dusseldorf. I'm like, what? There you go. Jericho will return. The Rumble is the best time for him to return. Again, the Rumble creates such an opportunity. Can you get Jericho into Saudi and not ruin it? Will they ruin it? Like, you got to remember, sometimes things get leaked because they want, oh shit, I got to tune in and see this. But yeah, I mean, again, a lot of people are hoping for this kind of moment from Geekbox. The Punk wins, credits show, Jericho's clock hits, and then the show goes off the air with Jericho just staring at Punk. I mean, again, that's a great cliffhanger. And we all know, like, truthfully, we all know the history with Punk and Jericho. And what will that create? What will that look like? What will that sound like? What will they be willing and what can they legally get into if they feud with each other? I said this to Nick a couple weeks ago, Geekbox. I literally said, you should run back the whole brawl out with like recreate it, but a wink wink nudge nudge, like Jericho bursts into Punk's room and they get in a fist fight, and Ace Steel shows up and people are pulling Jericho back and he's calling Punk a cancer. Recreate the whole damn thing and just do it better and pay it off. It's there. Hold your horses. Jericho number 30. I don't love, personally, Victor, and I just don't like when 30 does allow to save it to the end and have that kind of breathable moment with less urgency. That being said, I don't always love that, like, oh, Brock Lesnar was number 30 again. Oh, Ronda Rousey, number 30. What are the odds? Like, we get it, but you don't have to fucking, make it obvious. We know you're pulling a rabbit out of the hat. We don't need to see the rabbit in the hat. JD cheats to get the W. Very possible. And potentially in 2026, I mean, realistically, you could have Liv and, ironically almost, Liv and Roxanne as tag champs and Raquel as your world champ as Kyrie comes down on everybody. Gives us a little bit of a Javon. She might have actually did a little EO there. Like, ooh. Kabuki Warriors for the win. Judgment Day for the win. Let's see. How is 47% of the chat going Lyra and Bailey? Really? 6 going Kabuki Warriors, maybe because they just lost. JD getting 29 and nobody getting 18. Who picked Lyra? Who picked Lyra and Bailey? I'm curious. Dumbledorf's, yeah. Dusseldorf. Now we're just getting all of them. What's up, Solution? How long do you think Raw will go today? 2 hours. I mean, generally we're getting about 2 hours and 15 to 2 hours and 20. Bigger shows tend to be like 2:30, 2:35. So yeah, I would imagine around that 220, 225 range. I'm predicting Jericho versus LA Knight at WrestleMania. Okay. All right. That's a bit of a bold one in the sense of, is it just that Jericho and LA vocally, like verbally, will kind of match up well, Damien? I wonder. I mean, it doesn't sound out of the realm. Two veteran guys. If you have Jericho would sell really well on like as LA's doing the Jericho would be, kind of snapping the way he does. We want Cross. Where is Karrion Cross? And I know people know where he is. I know where he is too. Don't get me wrong. We know he's out there working, doing his thing. But this Karrion Cross thing, like when we talk about the IWC and we talk about this rage and we got to tear down wrestling and wrestling sucks and da 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 da. Relax. And I mean, if you can hear my voice right now, if you are frequently on social media getting wrestling content, take it with a grain of salt because again, that is a perfect example of, you thought there would be like this outright mutiny of the fan base if Cross wasn't around anymore. And days later, even though the guy's producing these really good documentary things that he's been doing and people loved him, but it fizzled to nothing. You rarely, other than my buddy Nick, you don't hear anybody kind of bring him up, the Cross and the Righteous. But maybe I said it. Cross goes to TNA. That was one of my bold predictions for 2026 is that Cross could join TNA. They might not have a place for Cross in the WWE, which is baffling to me. I think you should be able to have a place for him. But Cross is a guy that could walk in and be a challenger to a guy like Mike Santana or Frankie if he still holds on to the belt. But if you read the tea leaves, does a guy like Mike Santana get the belt back? Cross is a great guy. Imagine the first ever TNA on AMC. Mike Santana wins, gets his belt back as he should, and then lights out Scarlet, the Hourglass and Cross go off the air. What a fucking wicked live start to your AMC career. I would be down for that. What's up, Capone? Cross won't show up. No, I highly doubt it. I mean, again, something went wrong. And I don't know if there's, again, because the WWE doesn't really run out there and air their laundry. They don't defend themselves. You don't really see Triple H out there saying, oh, yeah, wrestling fan 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 12. You're so stupid because really, no, you don't see that from the WWE very often. So we don't know, like maybe they just found him difficult to work with. Maybe, again, did they choose Malachi Black because Malachi Black was under contract or Aleister Black and Cross instead of negotiating with Cross? So like, we already got Spooky Dookie later. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't get it. Home of the Yum Yums. Let's go. It's time for some
Yum
Yums. What's up, Alex? How you doing? Welcome. Now getting ads. Right now I have Asuka down. Bailey hits a suplex or a backdrop. And Kyrie and Lyra fighting on the top as Birdie and Batty are going after Kyrie right now. Do you think Izzy Dame's celebration, Tatum Paxley interrupts it tomorrow? Yeah. Why wouldn't it? Like, I mean, Tatum came out last week. She wanted the title shot. Izzy steals it. And Izzy and Tatum work really well as that mid-card title battle, right? People are loving Tatum. She's gained momentum. She's gained fanfare. Izzy's been an outstanding heel. She kind of runs the culling. She was the one that kicked Jensen out. Let's do it. Let's go. Got you, Alex. How you doing? Lyra and Bailey for the dub. We're getting This Is Awesome chants from the German crowd. I've noticed too many ads. Didn't bother me last week, but I heard a lot of moaning. Again, I think what happens, Money, is the formatting of the show kind of impacts that. If the wrestling is really good and you're kind of into it, the commercials to me don't seem as noticeable. It's when the show feels a little lackluster. And last week, I think they went hard in the paint on advertising. We had the Stranger Things crossover. as we get a big suplex. We did a lot of, like, at one point for like 45 seconds, they just showed a big DoorDash logo. We did the couple spots where like they were showing fan signs. They ran that back twice. Yeah, it was just a lulls. I mean, it's the ads mixed with a lack of action. If we get out of an ad and there's action going on, it doesn't feel so bad. If we get out of an ad, do a whole lot of talking and go back to an ad, it starts to pile on and it feels like one big long commercial. As everybody, we break up 2 count, we break up another 2 count. Everybody's down. Everybody's down. The crowd's loving it. And again, the best tag team wrestling in the world right now. The WWE Women's Tag Team Division is cooking. And you look around this tag team division, former champ, soon to be champ, future champ, once was a champ, multiple time champ. Like, holy shit. What's up, J1? What's up, KJ? If CM Punk and Seth Rollins can do business together, then so can CM Punk. 100%. And I mean, as much as I've criticized Jericho over the last 2.5 years, Jericho is a businessman. Jericho will if he thinks it's bank, he'll do it. That's kind of how he ended up in New Japan, right? Like, he was like a consummate WWE guy. We never thought he was going to go and have a wrestling match in the Tokyo Dome with Kenny. But he thought it would make bank. He thought it would mean something, and it did. He was right. Oh, shit. Kyrie breaks it up. We get Pop Rocks, 2 count. Now Roxy all over Kyrie. And the crowd is loving it. Yeah, I mean, again, I think that's one of the biggest downfalls of AEW's kind of young history is the fact that CM Punk did not get turned into money. That there were people too childish and lacked the professionalism to pay all of the chaos off. As Liv Morgan walks in and steals it. Is she bleeding in the nose? Or did her makeup smudge? Might just be her bangs, actually. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, that's the thing. You got to put your personal feelings aside. And I think it opens a whole big situation of like Jericho, Punk, and do they dig at each other? Like, does Jericho kind of call Punk out for being a cancer and tell him he's just faking this? Does, Punk tell Jericho that he's washed up and a joke and da-da-da-da? Like, does it get deep and personal? And that would be the most fun. So at Saturday night main event in Montreal, Canada, Riho will defend against the Judgment Day. Okay, let's go. The Saturday night main event and SmackDown will be in Montreal next week, the 23rd and the 24th. SmackDown from Montreal, Saturday night main event from Montreal. I do believe this is the first Saturday main event outside of the USA since its reincarnation. And we go to Becky Lynch. We need the true WWE Jericho WrestleMania rematch. Y2J versus Fandango. That'd be jokes. Let's go. Fandango, who at Genesis will be hanging his boots up and saying goodbye to wrestling, at least for now. So shout out to Fandango. And be here with us as we watch Fandango's final farewell. We have 2 crosses in WWE now. We don't need them. Paul, thank you. Especially when it comes to Meltzer, I believe, and Alvarez. Facts. Liv and Roxy. Oh, the Bleacher Report says it. Sports Illustrated says it. Did she take Sports Illustrated out of... No, she did. She included it. I was like, the WWE was like, listen, you can't bring up Sports Illustrated. They suck. Do you know who's very critical of WWE? ESPN. Anyone surprised by that? As next week in Belfast, Becky versus Maxine again. Special start time. By the way, next week, it's at 3 p.m. on Monday. So we will go live at 2:45. So, yeah, it's an hour later. I know, guys. Click the bell. That's the best thing you could do is click your little notification bell, and we'll ding you when we go up. Pause. Blake Monroe or Bailey, Women's Royal Rumble. Wow, just those two if I had to choose? I'd give it to Blake just because she's new and exciting. As now we are going to Unreal. We're getting an ad for Unreal, which Paul Heyman hates, and a lot of us do too. And then the disrespect Sir William. I missed it. Who? What? True, but would Scarlett join Cross there? What did he say? Working for the Royal Rumble. Where's Nick? Nick's working. There you go. Sorry. No, Nick will be here tomorrow night for NXT as he is at his day job. Are you doing predictions for the Rumble? Yes, we are doing predictions for the Rumble on Sunday. Sunday evening, we will be here live to kind of break down the Rumble. We don't know a lot about the Rumble yet, so it might be a little bit early, but we're hoping between now and, I mean, we're not that far off from the Rumble, being that it's the 31st. So a couple weeks out, we really don't have a really round picture of who's going to be doing what. We've got more information for Saturday Night Main Event the week before. But yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned. It will be up on the channel as soon as possible. We're just finding new people who have control in TNA. Yeah, I would agree with Dale. I know what you're talking about, Dale, and things have changed. That's where I think there's the hesitation from for AEW when it comes to Cross is the problems in TNA that they had moved to AEW, and some people kind of overlooked that. There you go. Alex wants the chat to chime in. I think it's pretty obvious. I mean, it shouldn't take much. When is WrestleMania? April. When is it? Let me see. It will be April 18th and 19th. Didn't want to misquote it. So, yeah, April 18th, 19th is when WrestleMania. So, we will be here live for our annual Mania Marathon, full of fun, games, prizes, all that kind of good stuff. Make sure you're there. It's going to be amazing. But AJ Styles suiting up, getting ready. So, I believe that might be all that's left on the docket here tonight. What I heard was TNA will be live this Thursday. TNA will be live this Thursday and next Thursday. I don't know about the following Thursday, but I do know Carlos has said his hope is that there is more live shows coming our way. I believe being live really matters. We see a decrease in interest and decrease in numbers when Raw goes recorded, when SmackDown goes recorded, when Dynamite has to move or is recorded. So it hurts them. Look what's happened to Collision. And I think one of the big problems with Collision is it's a tape show. People can get what they need to know without tuning in. And I think that matters. It's one of the reasons why Thursday for us as a channel is where we slip in some of that original content, because oftentimes it's, the show was taped 2 or 3 weeks prior. So it does kind of create that challenge. I think if they're going to be successful on AMC, they have to be live as much as possible. Because we've seen it in the years of doing this, we've seen those numbers dwindle. Who is commentator? Specifically, Jonathan, maybe a full sentence might help. Officials, Ripley, Io Sky, yes. So that will happen Saturday Night Main Event in Montreal. But ever did feel like going to Montreal. It might be to see Liv and Roxanne win the titles. Blake Monroe or Bailey, Women's Royal Rumble, caught that one already. JDC is working us with this retirement angle. You think? Oh, okay. I mean, I felt like it was so genuine. It'd be awesome. Would he turn on the system? What would be the end game if he was faking us out? I like the idea that it's a work. If anybody, like, Fandango loves doing that character stuff, so it could be. I can't even tell you you're wrong, sir, because it could be. Absolutely, absolutely, Victor. So we are in a commercial break. If anybody's wondering, right now I'm getting a Stranger Things ad. Go figure. As we head into the main event, I will put a poll up because I do not. Oh no, we never had the tag match yet. Did I make this up? I might have made that up. All right, let's see what's coming next. Paul Heyman and Michael Cole deserve their flowers for sure. I mean, let's give Paul credit. A lot of flowers for Paul. I think Cole's got a lot of flowers over the last couple of years. Them together, I mean, kind of gets overlooked, right? I agree. A lot of people talk about kind of the bigger pairings, but that, I mean, Paul was good, even not with Michael Cole. I think he played very well opposite Michael Cole, super straight. Paul kind of all over the place, very heelish. It worked. There you go. I think I broke that down already. Mania-thon. Let's go. We love it. Our annual Mania Marathon, the Mania-thon. I've never called it that. Go figure, Jose. A little bit of genius. If you haven't been here for that, make sure you stick around. Make sure you tell your friends. But we literally go live for a bulk of the weekend. Saturday tends to be about 12 hours live, 11 hours live. And then Sunday, we're usually back for another 8 to 10. So we will be hot and heavy. The last couple years, we've done sing-alongs with Anthony. We've done trivia games. We've done Guess the Emoji. We, usually get stand and deliver that afternoon. Though rumor is it might change this year. So we will see. We will see. Lots going on. And I do believe there's other things going on in the world of wrestling. So this one's going to be a little different because legitimately it's an early. Oh, no, not this one. This one's going to be fine. Next one's going to be different. So I do have Maxine with the Alpha Academy. Just hearing TNA live brings me so much joy. It really does, my guy. Like, I mean, have they been like, I know every once in a while they go live on Access. We've covered it, fair enough. But like to be live on TV, is it going all the way back to like Spike? Or has there been anything since that? But I think it's so cool, dude. Javon twice in one show. Are they trying to get this guy over or something? Right. We still have one more match before that. Yeah, you're right. They deceived me with the AJ Styles tease going into break. In the 70s, Asbury Park, New Jersey, shout out to Bam Bam Bigelow. Some of the boys would go to my dad's bar after the show, Kid's Dream. That's really cool, man. Super cool. I seen that WWE creative team made a few changes very recently. Road Dogg influence on SmackDown has decreased. Ryan Ward now have more influence overseeing both Raw and SmackDown. Yeah, I mean, again, there was rumors. Again, I don't know how much we can substantiate them, but there were talks about kind of shifting things up, especially for SmackDown. And I mean, Road Dogg was a good guy, and I mean, he's been in creative, he's been involved. We know his relationship with Triple H, but maybe it's just a case of a Road Dogg. The world's passing you by a little bit, my guy. And the booking on SmackDown in 2025 was pretty weak. We had a lot of lackluster SmackDowns, and it felt like it was a huge drop off in 2025. I mean, you had the Bloodline carry SmackDown for so long. We know Raw being on Netflix puts emphasis on Raw a little bit, but again, I think a lot of the things that paid off on SmackDown weren't wonderful. So we'll see. Off to a good start this year. Right now, they're 2 for 2 on SmackDown to start 2026, and we'll see how the rest of this year goes. As Raquel is with Michael Cole. There you go. Raquel. They're booing her. Would you be up for a resistance? A Rumble surprise. I mean, no. I mean, no, not really. We're good. I mean, there's only so many Rumble spots, and I want most of the Rumble spots to go to people that, I hate when they just, if it's someone, yeah, no, don't do it. There's not enough spots. They can come back on an anniversary show and say hi. Oh, there you go. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Stephanie, surrounded by security, still has the walking boot on. And Raquel is mocking her. Good stuff. There you go. She's the champion, and I will not be stopped. And Raquel says, okay, I'll come get it. Steph says, you want to come get it. Raquel, she took her eye off the ball, took the eye off the bad one, and now she's paying for it. Almost, just a little bit, right? I mean, a deadly combination of completely full of shit and completely dumb, and no shit detector at all. Like a horrible combination, Geekbox. Again, they just bought all the shit, and it just, oh, what a mess! What a mess! Bam Bam lived right across the street from my uncle's house in Neptune, a very dear friend. I love that dude. That is one of my faves. My OG, long-standing, again, like, Bam Bam. The minute you said, Amesbury Park, I died. So no, that's awesome. That's super cool. Asbury, by the way. I missed Mean Gene. We all miss Mean Gene. These interview promos are so much more interesting with some back and forth between the interviewer and the wrestler. I mean, again, I think Mean Gene had that flow to him, and I liked when Mean Gene would give it back, right? Um, like that attitude, hey now, like it was so good. Mean Gene, I mean, second to none. Still to this day, maybe second to none as far as doing that role. And I think too many companies, I think we talk about it more in WWE doesn't do a lot of the mic interviews, which they could. Um, but like AEW, like Tony Schiavone will get there and then just remove the mic and then he stands there and watches. Like nobody did that to Mean Gene. Like you didn't go you didn't go to the back and somebody yanked the mic away from Mean Gene. Like Mean would like pull it back. Hey now, hey now. So yeah, we miss Mean Gene. Love Star Search. Yes. All right. Going way back. Yeah, no, Raquel's really setting up. And again, right now, the number one contenders for the tag titles is Liv and Roxanne. And the number one contender for Stephanie Vacour is Raquel. So we keep kind of waiting for Judgment Day to kind of implode and fall apart amongst itself. And every time we think that might happen, I mean, Finn's the number one contender and still in Judgment Day as it stands now. Dom still got gold around his waist. Judgment Day continues to be a prominent fixture for the WWE, and I'm not really that mad about it. I don't think it's bad. Yeah, why didn't Vacour even come out? I mean, again, what's the more brawn than brain, or more just not being smart, but again, indicative of many superheroes, good guys, good girls in the past, they go out there and die on their sword. So wasn't a good choice. I don't like the fact that she took her eye. Your enemy's there. Don't turn your back and let her jump you. Kind of have your wits about you. But Raquel becomes a force. Raquel becomes a viable threat. And Raquel could actually beat Stephanie Vacour. I think, as we are showing Drew. By the way, Drew gets to go to Glasgow, which he did, with the title, the hometown crowd. Let's go. Let's go. Not gonna lie, I feel like most people haven't announced their entry to the Rumble, or am I? Not a lot of Rumble talk. That's what I mean. Like, I'm gonna pull it up real quick, but there has not been a lot of talk about who's in the Rumble. I think a couple people have said they're going to be in it and they want to win it, but not like. Have you guys picked up on like a whole lot of conversation as Jey Uso dapping up the Alpha Academy? So there's a WWE Championship #1 contender tournament, which will lead to Randy, The Miz, Matt Cardona, Trick Williams, Damian Priest, Solo Sikoa, Sami and Ilya. The semifinals the Fatal 4-Way will be at Saturday Night Main Event. The winner will fight Drew McIntyre. Fair enough. I kind of wish they would have built a better story instead of doing the tournament, but it's a quick tournament. I'll give them that. I will. So on January 16th, we get 4 really good matches on SmackDown for sure. Orton, Miz, Cardona, Trick's very interesting booking. Damian going against Solo, and Sami taking on Ilya. Those are 4 really solid matches we're going to get on the 16th, and then on the 24th we will get the rundown. But I don't like, according to this as it stands now, I don't know. We know we're going to get a men's Rumble. We know we're going to get a women's Rumble. We know we're going to get Drew versus somebody. That's all we know. All right. Is there a poll to put up? What's happening right now? So we are finally getting our tag team match, as AJ, I guess, being busy means Dragon Lee needs something to do. So the second half of AJ Lee joining Penta. So we get the Lucha Dragons. As they will take on the Vision. I'll throw nobody in there just in case. Could this be a schmoz? Could we go home with nothing? But yeah, I don't know if anyone knows anything. I don't as of now, but I don't know of a lot of official entrants into the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble will be January 31st, live from Riyadh. Again, we go live at noon. And yeah, very interesting times in that regard. And again, usually with 2 weeks, just over 2 weeks to go, we know a little more. Again, I'm not saying this is from a critical standpoint. I really don't have that feeling, but more of a surprise standpoint. As I said, 17th, this Saturday, we will be live 7 p.m. for Genesis, and Sunday evening, probably around the same time, we will be doing our Royal Rumble preview show, which I now realize we might have to push. We'll see how much gets announced this week, but we're probably going to do a preview show of some kind on the 18th, as the calendar is pretty goddamn full. Yeah, we're going to have to figure that out. Brainstorming while we're live, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Penta, Dragon Lee, the Vision for the win. Tozawa getting taglines, big time. Again, I think is there value in Tozawa and Otis at this point? Are those candidates? I mean, Tozawa, we thought maybe would be let go a long time ago. Seemed to have survived a couple rounds of cuts. Could you book them in a way that makes you want to watch them week in and week out? God Vision, Settle, Meadow, let's go. Imitation Lucha Bros for the W. Yeah, Penta Lee. Lucha Dragon. Yeah, it's crazy. What have I missed? I was busy with my ex-fiance. You've missed a bulk of the show, and I hope your ex-fiance is doing good. I got a feeling Jay will turn heel. When, where, why, who, how? As we are, I guess, just kind of in the break period right now. Are you guys getting a commercial right now? Got Vision for the win. I mean, it would be hard pressed to imagine the Vision not winning. But we roll on, folks. We are getting ready for this one. And we get the bell to start the match. I had a feeling Jay, the Vision for the win, the Vision for the win. I'll let a few more votes roll in before I close this one. But it looks like Penta Lee is actually getting the chat votes. I don't know. We're going to pull that. Don't forget, folks, we are on Twitch. And we are we're about to get our Twitch partnership, but we need like 5 people to hang out for like 20 minutes together 4 times. So if you have Twitch and you want to watch us on Twitch for half a show, it would be greatly appreciated. You can book Otis and Akira to be these dangerous brutes, while on the small side, Akira can be a dangerous striker and Otis can be the destroyer. So you mean kind of go that way? I mean, would that be the best way to do it, being that we've seen them be goofballs and kind of the comedy shtick for so long? If they're international, yes, but in America, no. 2 title matches official for next week on Raw, yes. Looking good. Again, heating up. But I will say this. Like I just said with Royal Rumble, I wonder, like we saw it last year going into WrestleMania, where they went through a European tour right before Mania. This year they're going through Europe right before, and I think they are doing it again, but they're doing it right before Rumble this year. And I just wonder sometimes, does it take away from kind of the build, and then because you're kind of distracted by putting on these bigger shows, are you kind of overlooking the fact that like we're 20 days away, 19 days away from Rumble, and we know nothing about the Rumble? Curious how fans feel about that. Got that one. Dragon Lee is a sloot. Oh, how dare you? He just lost it. He's a big fan of tag team wrestling, and he does seem to change partners quite a bit. Likes the old do-si-do, if you will. Let's go, folks. How we enjoying the show? How's your day going? Is your Monday feeling a little...
Would you like butter on that, sir?
You need some butter for your Monday? Has it been smooth? Are you ready for Tuesday already? Hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe, feeling good, man. Thanks, Jericho, for that. Down goes Dragon Lee. Let's close this one up. 62% going Penta and Lee. So I'm a little surprised. I mean, I wouldn't have the Vision losing to these guys. Not tonight. Jimmy wouldn't be anywhere if it wasn't for Jay. That's not necessarily true. Not necessarily true. They kind of needed each other once upon a time. And Jimmy's not like a complete wash. It's not like Jay dragged him by his bootstraps. Like Jay might be slightly more charismatic and got over slightly better than Jimmy, but ultimately it's not like Jimmy was dead weight. The crowd is now singing Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. I'll never forget the night that Bam Bam rode me around the circuit on his new Harley. What a ride. That's super cool. Super cool. Put Austin Theory in a tag team division. I mean, it could work. I mean, Theory, again, I mean, you saw the Bronze work well as a tag team at times. Austin Theory being involved with Paul, I think it's only just going to help him. And you see him here now. So he's not really carrying the match. He doesn't have to go solo. He's got support around him. I mean, it's not a terrible thought, Damien. Like, him being there right now is fine. Even if unsure, Akira, they could bring back Tucky to be a heel face of the... Yeah, that's kind of interesting. You know, like, they start kind of being heelish, and then Tucky shows up, and he's like the enforcer. And Cesaro ends up playing kind of the little man in the middle. Pause. Ducky. Anyway, let's go. The match rolls on. The show rolls on. Bronson in control of Dragon Lee. How are we feeling on a Monday? I know I ask that a lot, but I always wonder. I agree that the European tour during the road to WrestleMania 41 affected the build, and it's looking like the same thing happening this year with the road to Royal Rumble. Yeah, I feel like it does kind of take away from it, and I wonder if because again, we're creatures of habit. You break the pattern. Some people miss out on the show. It was taped earlier. I'll get the clips of the show, so I didn't really watch the full show. They seem to hold back a little bit, and we've always talked about they don't want to kind of give away too much while they're overseas. Which again, if you're going to do the Netflix thing and put the show on at any time, then you got to put substance on that show. So we kind of got to get away from the idea that nothing can happen. I mean, Drew picking up a win on Friday helps. You feel like, oh shit, things actually do happen on the European shows. So it's a good stretch, a good shout for them to do that. But ultimately, I agree with you. I was worried about it last year. I felt it last year where it just kind of hindered the excitement. And right now they're promoting everything so hard. Like again, they're promoting Saturday Night Main Event, which is in a week, or a week and a half, or officially 2 weeks as of 2 days ago. Whatever, it's coming up soon, and we're starting to talk about Saturday Night Main Event, and that's filling up. We know we're getting a couple matches already on Saturday Night Main Event, but then a week later we get Rumble. And again, like I said, I kind of hoped we could do a preview show for Rumble, at least talk about entrance and maybe the main events. Was it going to be Punk versus Finn? What I thought we'd have a little more clarity, but again, a little bit late, a little distracted, maybe. Yeah, not uncommon. I've heard a lot of stories about what a great dude he was. The world misses him for sure. One of my faves. Thought he was insane. Bam Bam with Luna was like, I thought, great shit. Dakota Kai did not retire. She was, her contract expired or she was released. I don't know. I mean, I honestly think that Dakota Kai, if I was Dakota Kai and I wanted to wrestle on TV in North America, a TNA to me is a better fit. And because Dakota Kai could kind of go to the top of that chart right away, right? Dakota Kai, Tessa, Dakota Kai, Indy, Dakota Kai, Danny. There's options there with Dakota Kai. I think if she goes the other way, AW has kind of a rank and file to their group already. A lot of established people with the fan base. Does Dakota Kai, get lost in the shuffle the way so many have? In the WWE, she just might be too small of a fish, and that's a really big pond. And I like Dakota Kai. I think she's talented, but I'll be very curious, though I know she was kind of taking a breath from it all. But I do not believe she's retired. Facts, right? Let's go. But right now, Penta on fire. Down goes Theory. Penta trying to fire the crowd up. Here we go. All right, folks. Hang tight for a second. I'm still here. I'm still live, still talking to you. You can still hear my voice. I'm just blanked out for a moment. As we roll through, Logan Paul pays for it. Paul goes down. He's at ringside. 2 Pauls outside. Dragon League about to fly. Down goes Theory and Paul. Here's a question for everybody that can hear my voice. What do you feel about the reports? And we talked about this. I know Nick and I have debated this. Oh my God. Braun Breaker decimates. Braun Breaker decimates Dragon Lee out of nowhere. As Penta calling on Braun. And Braun decimates Penta. The man is a force, and he is not happy that he is not champion. Braun Breaker laying waste as he's eyeballing Dragon Lee. Are we going to that? Oh, Adam Pearce says, don't you dare. Adam Pearce cutting off Braun. Adam Pearce getting in Braun's face like Adam Pearce wants to scrap. Scrap daddy as Braun. Look in the background. This is so good. Tsunami. That was so good, folks. Adam Pearce is yelling at Braun Breaker behind his back in camera view. Logan and Theory cheering on Bronson for the tsunami, and then Braun hits another spear on Dragon Lee, and Pearce is pit. Wow, Pearce is getting physical. I'm sick of this shit. Yo! Braun's got Pearce by the throat. We thought Nick Aldis was going to get in the wrestling ring soon. Maybe it's Adam Pearce. The crowd's chanting something. That's crazy. WWE is good at keeping things going on in the background so it does not look empty or like guys are doing nothing. I think that's the way to go, Chris. If you're going to have those shots, and I mean, again, even the way they shot the spear by Braun, like he was off camera and basically speared past the cameraman. So you just have this human projectile flying through the air. Well done. Pearce now is livid as Braun Breaker gives him the old goozle. Is Adam Pearce going to fight Braun Breaker? And does Paul Heyman put Adam Pearce's job in the mix? Adam Pearce versus Braun Breaker, and if Braun Breaker wins, Paul becomes GM again. But Pearce following him down. Paul's trying to play peacemaker. Logan's trying to break it up in the middle. Logan Paul saying, you got to stop. He's going to kill you. Braun losing his cool. As we go to commercial break, I do believe, and we are still going down this is still happening. Scrap Daddy woke up feeling scrappy. Had enough of his shit, apparently. Again, it was jokes. Like, we keep talking about Drew McIntyre and Nick Aldis potentially doing something. I did not have Adam Pearce getting strangled by Braun in my cards today. Super hated. He's definitely heelish. He's working really well. Holy hell, folks. Big spear to Dragon Lee. So anybody that, I guess, picked Penta Lee to win were correct. Good job, guys. Zach Gowen? Yeah. Bring back evil GMs? Yeah, we don't. Both GMs are very business minded right now, right? Very kind of neutral. They have their issues. They have their pains in the asses, so to speak. But both managers very professional, very neutral. It would be very interesting if you had like a more heelish GM, somebody like, does like, Pierce or Aldis or someone else kind of develop that attitude or change the dynamic. And I mean, it's one of the stories that have played out so well in wrestling in the past. If you do it right, could it work again? Of, the hero babyface being held down by the big bad corporate monster. Could that work? So the first time ever, AJ Styles, I believe that's all that's left on the docket as we approach 4:00 p.m. about 14 minutes away from the top of the hour. Is there anything else announced? Did we get everything? I feel like we've gotten most things. Pierce first breaker on Raw next Monday. It's not. It's not official. Yeah, it would be more of a Royal Rumble match, I think. Wait, Raw is on. Clearly, you don't follow, don't listen, and don't pay attention. My God. Could we make it any clearer to people? It's main event time. So right now I'm getting a WrestleMania 42 package. Welcome back, Boston, by the way. This is crazy. Unexpected. Totally unexpected. I did not expect Adam Pearce to fucking just have enough and snap. So, and you can understand why Adam Pearce is frustrated with the vision, frustrated with the antics of Braun. They kick him out of the building. They come in the back door. You tell them not to get involved. They do. Yeah, let's go. There you go. Thank you, Dale. Dale pays attention. Thank you, Dale. Click the bell, hit the things, do the stuffs. Really set for the world's upside down, bring Corny in. Yeah, right? Shit. Corny wouldn't do it. Corny doesn't want to leave the castle. Corny doesn't want to. Corny doesn't want to, I think, commit to anything. And I think at this point in history, Corny needs to keep his visibly kind of unbiased approach to things. The minute he starts taking money from any of the companies, it's going to ruin any validity he has to anything he says, right? But again, we get the replay of Pierce and Braun going at each other and Pierce being pissed off about the tsunami. A great little segment here. I'm so sick of WWE. I remember the good old days when I knew what time Raw was on. Raw is still on at the regular time, sir. So that's good news. That also being said, again, I mean, we talked about this earlier in the show of this, exactly that message right there is a very Americanized approach to this. I know the American fans don't love it, but the numbers will tell you that there's more people outside of the US of A than in it. And for those in USA might not give two fucks about what I just said, but for us who are not in US of A, I did it on purpose, by the way. For those, as Javon's checking on Penta and Dragon Lee, Braun's storming through the back. Yeah, I mean, again, I think at the end of the day, oh shit, they let Pierce get back to him. Pierce is fucking snapping, drooling. Braun looking on. Where did Paul go? Breaker is suspended indefinitely. It's a global company though. That's the problem, and that's why Americans are getting a little butthurt. But again, they have more fans outside of the U.S. than they do in the U.S. So it's an international company. It's covered on YouTube. It's covered on Netflix for the rest of the world. So again, is it ideal to do afternoon shows? No. But really, the people that are most mad about it are the Americans who've had carte blanche and control and kind of ran things for a long time. So again, we can pout all we want. It is what it is. They will air at 8 p.m. And if you got to watch the replay, oh my God, life is so bad. What are we going to do? It's over. I have to watch it. I have to avoid spoilers for a few hours. You'll be fine. Yeah. Yeah, clearly. At least we think that. Unless you're not in America, then you realize that's not even close to the truth. So yeah, good luck. Keep having fun as the world implodes around you. I used to get mad when they do the early shows, but I guess you're playing KJ Plus. We got to get people to cheer for them anyway, right? I used to get mad when they do the early shows, but I guess you're playing KJ Plus. We get people. I think that is there words missing from this sentence? But yeah, no, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just trying to offer you a perspective outside of the Americans. And again, unfortunately for the American fans, I mean, it's a complete change. It's a different model. They never went to Europe, or they occasionally went to Europe. They'd come to Canada a couple times a year. It wasn't what it is now, but they've expanded And again, their global reach is second to none. So I don't love it, but what am I going to do about it? I mean, the constant belly aching and bitching. I mean, let's pull our panties up, folks, and let's try and be big boys about it and maybe just cry a little less. Paul has a great point. Paul, what Paul? Oh, I see what he said. I had to reread that, Paul. But I guess you're playing KJ. Plus, we got to get people to cheer for them anyway, right? I guess. I don't care who cheers for them. Yeah, no. I get to troll back. That's the fun part, right? Is I know what you're doing, so I get to do it too. Yeah. Oh, America. Fuck yeah. Another ad for WrestleMania? Jesus Christ. Back in the saddle again. Let's go. The most heavily advertised WrestleMania in the history of WrestleManias. That's all good. It's all good, bro. Sometimes it doesn't come through the back end, but we're good. Paul Heyman do have a point. Adam Pearce put his hands on Braun first. That is interesting. So that will play into this, right? That's where it will maybe lead to a match. Facts. Time to play the game. So next Monday, Becky going one-on-one with Maxine again. Yeah, things have in the background has been a thing since Triple H took over creative. That's why I tend to pay attention to what's happening in the background when they go backstage. They got to search in for all the things. Who's in the background? Who's lurking? Is there a symbol on a wall? It's nuts. Next Monday in Belfast, we already know Punk will take on Finn Balor. Pierce really screwed up here. It'll be very interesting. Do they parlay this in some type of way of getting Pierce suspended? Like I said, do you use it for somebody like Paul to get power? As right now, we are getting the replay, another package of Oba Femi. He's been advertised on Monday. He's been advertised on Fridays. Where will he land? I meant Paul Heyman had a great point. I thought you meant Paul. I rolled back up. Like, what did Paul say? I still struggle. But we got there. But thank you, OG. It was kind of funny. Pierce gets suspended, or Stephanie says she is calling an old friend to manage things and brings back Jericho. Jericho as GM. I had never even considered that, Chris, because we just assumed that Jericho isn't at that stage where he wants to move into a non-wrestling role or a minimized wrestling role, but maybe he is. Yo, as here comes AJ Styles. I don't know if I need a poll for this one, but I'll put a poll up just in case. We'll see how this goes. But AJ Styles hopes to tap out Gunther. I don't know how likely that is, and I'm definitely going for Gunther unless there is something afoot or an ankle. We'll find out. Did anything happen on the show that's interesting? Set up a number. So we got Liv and Roxanne are now your number one contenders for the women's tag titles. That was a fun little segment. Pierce and Braun Breaker just had a kerfuffle of epic proportion. Punk Finn Balor was pretty cool. So yeah, it's been a decent Raw. I haven't minded this Raw at all. A couple good matches. And again, the first time ever. Up next, as we head back into, see, this is where the WWE, it's not so much for me about their too many commercials. It's commercial, WrestleMania ad, backstage segment, another video package, commercial. When you do all those things in a row, it feels like we go 10, 15 minutes with nothing actually happening. Unless the backstage stuff's super cool, which that was pretty cool, but it's a lot of not action, Another Oba Femi video package is right now we are getting a drone shot during the commercial break. Most of the time when I leave a comment, I talk through the text to speak so I don't type or type all the time. Sorry, no apology, Paul. We misspeak. I mistype all the time. I put the wrong names in polls. It happens. It's just, we're live. It's fun. It's all right. I try and make sense of your thoughts, though, and then sometimes I can't. Monday, will it be Monday night, though, or Monday day? Playing. That's enough out of you. I have my own channel. I do live play-by-play, NFL, MLB, NASCAR, and a live sports show. You and Big Nick do a super job. Victor, we appreciate it. We really do. Thank you for the love, and thank you for popping by. And maybe we'll check you out. We got to check you out. The Ruler Obafemi. 3 p.m. tonight. It's on at 8, is it not? Is it? Are they? Well, I guess you can watch the replay anytime you want. That's actually the bonus. I forgot. So on Fridays you go live on the USA Network, right? At 8 p.m. Mondays is Netflix. So yeah, you can watch it. You can watch it now from the beginning. I'm tired of seeing. Oh, come on, get the fuck out of here. Just swinging. So we go back to WrestleMania. Like, this is, we can admit, like, if you're watching this on Netflix and you get 3 WrestleMania ads in 15 minutes, that's a problem. That's what takes the energy. I want to be excited for the main event right now. I'm pretty excited what just happened with the Vision and Braun Breaker and Adam Pearce. But then you dull my excitement because you do 15 minutes of advertising. And it's in-house advertising. So it's like their little trick of, well, it's not commercials, it's your commercials. It's our advertising. It's in-house. And they have to advertise their shit. But literally 3 in 15 minutes, that's a lot. Especially when it's commercial, WrestleMania, commercial, merch store, commercial, WrestleMania, backstage segment, commercial. Like, it ends up feeling way too low. Lully. I'm making up words now. Got Gunther. Alan Jabroni from Styles for the win. Hilarious. If they were doing Braun and Pierce, do you have Oba come out to protect Pierce and become like a bodyguard type first? Could it be a case of like Braun's in the ring and he's like, listen, I'm not a wrestler. I can't do this anymore, but I have somebody that can? As we do have Gunther in the back. How dare you slap me across the face? So basically, Gunther saying, I'm about to decimate this man for disrespecting me. Gunther for the win, the ring general, AJ for the win, AR1. I don't know what AR1 said, but I'll take your word for it. Jose. Pause. I'm kind of checked out until after Rumble. I do want to see Finn versus Punk, though. That piques my interest for sure. And again, I think on the way to Rumble would be worth paying attention to, but that's just me. The chat whisper. I like that. That's jokes. Calm down now, guys. What are you trying to say? Did Timmy fall down the well? How can we make this happen? First time ever next week, Finn and versus CM Punk. Dream match for a lot of people. Yeah, if you turn the clock back, a while now, but if you turn the clock back a bit, you kind of get, yeah, this is a bit of a dream match. The fact that Finn Balor, CM Punk, yeah, right? Sounds fantasy booked. Oh, stretching it out, folks. How are we feeling? We just hit 4 o'clock on the clock. Makes sense. Where else would we hit it? Bear with me. I'm just checking in with the Duchess. Go. TNA, total non-action. Tony might have some issues with what you have to say there. Where's Anthony when I need him? I can't even make sense of my thought. Amen, brother. I've many nights, and you guys have watched me where, thought seems to have vanished. I'm calling the Texans Steelers tonight, called all 5 this weekend. Amazing. Again, long games, lots of coverage. I mean, shout out to that. Anyone out there trying to do their thing and putting in that work, shout out to you. I know we do our Super Bowl party. We dabble once in a while with some other stuff. So, we've done our UFCs, we've done some baseball, we've done football. We love it. We love it. So anyone else out there doing it, kudos. Anytime I hear Rumble, I think of Face Off by Tech Nine. I was Nick, whatever. No, yeah. I mean, who knew The Rock could do what The Rock did? They don't call him the ruler for nothing. It's true. It's true. I don't like either of these fucking teams. Maybe Houston, just because I don't know. I don't like either. Can I pick nobody? Can I abstain? Gunther gets the W. Wrestlers should be fun and high energy. Too often these shows feel like funeral, but the episode has moved. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's been good. I haven't hated this show at all. As the crowd is loud and into this. That women's triple threat tag team match was really good. I mean, maybe not a whole lot of great wrestling today. That might be the weak point of the show. Less advertising than last week. 56% of the chat going Gunther, so not an overwhelming favorite. They don't want none. They don't want none. Hey, give me power. Gunther's robe looks like and I can't stand the rain. Let's go. What a phenomenal forearm to Gunther's head. Not yet. What's up, Richard? Been a minute. Ding. I used to work with a lady, a great, lovely lady named Lorraine, and that happened a lot. We blamed it on Lorraine or can't stand Lorraine. Poor girl. Oba Femi Raw or SmackDown. Great question, Alan. SmackDown might be better overall, but now I kind of threw out this caveat of could Pierce be working with them? You'll find out. Finn was coming up red hot as Punk left. Imagine the fight with both men fully in their prime. Yeah, it's great that we're getting it. It would have been a lot better a decade ago. There is literally a split crowd chant blowing up right now, folks. Let's go, Gunther. AJ Styles. Let's go, Gunther. AJ Styles. Pin Balor. You pin him. I don't even know him. Imagine having a book of fantasies and it's full of wrestling matches. I mean, some do. That's the concern, Jose, that some people need to put other things in their fantasy books and not just the wrestling. This way they could kind of, what was it that Punk said recently? Go out and get some air? I mean, again, it's healthy. I recommend it to everybody. If you're spending 24/7 just digesting all the wrestling content, and that's coming from a wrestling content creator, I felt like I know there's some people out there right now waiting on me to respond to some DMs. But this weekend was about going out and having a life and getting away from it all. And then we came back Sunday to do the awards. So, I think the fantasies are a little crazy, right? A little crazy. Like, what are we doing? That's Tony Khan. That's Tony Khan in a nutshell right there. That's all he's booking now, is all the things he fantasized about once upon a time. Styles clash to Gunther. Are you, like, really? Why bother? Why take the time to type it? And you know what I can see. Fans are singing. The fans won't stop singing. So they're split. Gunther! Gunther. Go out and get some air is the old man way of saying go touch grass. Facts. And he's told them that too, right? That toxic relationship. Should be a slobber knocker. It's already off to a good start. Gunther is in control, kind of, sort of, though AJ's got one knee down on the apron. Gunther walking back to him. And again, this will be a very interesting matchup as it plays out. Facts. Everyone, let's go. Right, exactly. It's exactly what I thought of. Like, it's a little scary. We need to expand our horizons, you know? There's more to life than wrestling, believe it or not. But wrestling is for life. So Gunther's struggling. AJ working that leg, trying to chop down the big oak. And I'm still here, folks. So I know you can hear my voice. Don't go anywhere. Keep letting me know how you're feeling about the match, as I just need a moment. How are we feeling about the show? How are we feeling about the main event? How are we feeling about Saturday Night Main Event? How are we feeling about Rumble? Are you excited for NXT tomorrow? Are you excited for Maximum Carnage? Diversify your portfolio. Exactly. You know, it's all variety is the spice of life, Jose. I've said it for as long as I could live. The best advice I could ever give someone half my age is take in as much as you can. Pause. That's not what I meant. But music, movies, I just can't get stuck in one lane. Wrestling, I can't do it. I need it to be mixed up. It can't all be WWE. It can't all be cookie cutter. It's got to be chaotic. We need everything. Jose, enough out of you. Snitches get stitches. Hilarious. Busted. I'm interested in MJF versus Bandito. Yeah, except I feel like it's a throwaway match because they're hyping up MJF Kenny, and I wish they weren't doing that because MJF Bandito should have enough legs. Former tag team champion, current Ring of Honor champion. Right? Like, is that the issue there, Damien? That's really cool. That's really cool, Victor. Love it. No stress, my guy. I could have mic'd the mute. I could have muted the mic. All right. Now you got to look at my pretty face again. Sorry, folks. Do you think that the Royal Rumble event, we're just going to get a Royal Rumble since they don't like doing matches all that much? I think we'll get 2 matches. I do believe, you know, we know we're getting Drew McIntyre versus somebody, so maybe 3 matches. I think 4 is this number that Triple H has landed on. I think 6 would be nice, but I think he's going to go 4. He'll go one Royal Rumble, 2 middle matches, and then the final Royal Rumble, whatever, if it's men or women, whatever way he decides to go. My grandfather used to drive wrestlers around London, Ontario. I'm not far from there. When he drove taxis, he made friends with some of the guys, like the owner of the local wrestling school. Super cool there, Chris. Mike the mute. It's like that's almost like a step away from Silent Bob. Obafemi, 1 hour for the men's, 1 hour for the females, and 15 minutes for the other matches. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like 1 hour for that, an hour for the 2 middles, a bunch of advertising, and then, yeah. He's gonna puke. Does Thekla pin Chris Wednesday in their 8 women tag match? Yes or no? Let's say yes, and they can push that narrative. And I like Thekla, so Thekla going after Stat, you know, getting the pin would justify a further push. So Gunther is still in control of AJ. Big boot knocking him off the apron as we're getting replays of the beating AJ Styles is taking. Maybe Richard finally made a good comment. I appreciate that. Is it 2-night Rumble? No. Does Cena interfere? No. Cena's done. No more Cena. No. No! Why is everyone yelling no? Oh, but Femi, what about him? AJ battling back. Eats a clothesline. And a big cheer for Gunther, as we knew there would be. No, we can't. We won't see it. We can't see it. It won't happen. Can't do it. Can't do it. What can we do? As the crowd, the split chant breaks back out. Let's go, Gunther, as Gunther says, you can't see me. AJ goes low. Good match. Oh, sliding forearm. Good match. Good match. I probably won't watch the Rumble until like 8 on Saturday. The Rumble is a nighttime thing for me. You are really stringent in your ways. Like, my guy. It's all good. But we will be here live at noon. Feel free to watch us at whenever time you decide to watch the shows. You can sync us up with the show and just watch along with us. Back from commercial. Yes, AJ's got Gunther up. Gunther battles out with elbows. A lot of the contracts in AEW are unclear. Very much so. I mean, I won't lie. Like, we don't know what's going on with Britt. We don't know what's going on with Private Party. We don't know what's going on. Like, how much longer does Deanna have? I don't know. Like, it's a lot of maybes. You know, I'm still unclear on Jericho's contract. Everyone who thinks that his contract's up in AEW, I thought everybody talked about him signing what was an 8-year deal 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So I don't know. I hate seeing sunlight during the entrances, but don't ask. I'm with you, bud. I think sometimes, especially like Mania and that, the outdoor, the stadium shows, some people love it. I always found there's something that is missing on a daytime show. Like, I want someone to turn the lights down. You know, I'm with you. However, here at the Wrestling for Life Network, we go where the wrestling goes, and we will be here live at noon. And I'm more than happy to cover Royal Rumble. Like, again, as an elder statesman, cover the Royal Rumble. Then I get to go out and have fun and have a Saturday night and enjoy it. I got no problem with that, though I'm sure there's other wrestling we can jump into. That's right. It's tradition. Now, that's not totally accurate, Paul. I kind of agree with KJ, but then I agree with you to the night times. Yeah, I mean, again, this is kind of a floating thing. This is purely feeling based and opinion based. Like, there's no right or wrong answer, really. But the only thing is, like, don't forget. I mean, doing like the afternoon shows and doing it in, you think of like the WrestleMania in Vegas. You think of when they're in Miami or Florida or California. We've seen them kind of start those shows early. I just, again, I don't personally love it, but again, usually if the wrestling's good enough, it doesn't really fucking matter. It's a thing. I think Paul used the word tradition, but I just think we're creatures of habit. We're very habitual that way. And I agree. It's a bit of a funky mind twist, right? Like, even for me, it's 4:15. This should be wrapped up soon. It's an odd vibe, right? But AJ setting up for the forearm, I do believe. Misses, and we get the Kachachame. Let's go. I'm going to pick the Texans. Why not? I've been asked twice. I've avoided it twice. Creatures. As Jose is picking up the hashtag slack for MDB, who's dealing with bad pipes. 2 count. Don Callis wants Kyle Fletcher to go for the TNT championship versus Mark Briscoe. Again, been there, done that, my guy. Like, is it not time for Kyle Fletcher to get past Mark Briscoe? Is it not time for Kyle Fletcher, Takeshka, guys like that to get away from the Don Callis family? Do we continually underbook our talent? I think we do. I think there's a lack of hierarchy in AEW's booking that negatively impacts how they book. And again, Mark Briscoe, Kyle Fletcher, TNT title. What's the point? What is the fucking point? I half expect to see Tito Santana and Rick Martel when I see sunlight. 2 count again. Yeah. Valid. Or baseball. Baseball loves a good afternoon game. I mean, again, I grew up obviously an avid hockey fan, and we don't get a whole lot of like afternoon games. Like I know like the New York Rangers and the Islanders and some of the American teams, especially in like in some of the metropolitan areas, like to use like the afternoon matinee games. But it's not a common thing. Like, we were so used to Hockey Night in Canada, starts at 7 o'clock. Let's go. Like, what are we waiting for? So yeah, very interesting. Yeah, baseball does a lot. I think soccer's only on in the daytime because it's actually later over there. But hey, just let's not get too technical on this one. AJ gonna go roll through and he gets it. Calf crusher. Calf crusher locked in. Tap, 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 tap. AJ. Gunther just grabs AJ Styles and bounces him off the mat. Like, get off me, you gnat of a human being. Let's go. World Cup live streams. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think we can fit it in, Jose, but never say never. I mean, if the Canadians go on a run, we'll see. Canada, America might be a game fun to watch. I played soccer growing up, did not like it, struggled with it, and then moved on from it. I really struggled with the lack of physical contact allowed. Oh my God, a huge drop kick. Gunther is not fucking around. AJ slides through, goes back to the calf crusher. As Gunther in pain. Gunther trying to get to those ropes, I think. He's not that far. Oh, AJ rolls him into the center. Pretty. Super pretty. As AJ grabs the waist and does a barrel roll to set Gunther in the middle of the ring. Gunther going for the head again. But AJ's giving up. Wait, AJ saying he tapped. AJ saying Gunther tapped. The ref's confused. Gunther's confused. The fans are confused. Nice. Keeper. I like Keeper. But that's awesome. Again, I just kind of grew up like in sports, right? But soccer I struggled with. I'd rather play baseball. So AJ gets pancaked, and we get the prison pin from Gunther. What a strange ending. So this feels incomplete. So Gunther gets out. It would be really nice to get a nice run for AJ. And this was a great match. Ending a little odd. That was bad. Expand your thought on that one. Soccer, it's a keeper. So Gunther tapped out. Gunther hits the low blow. So Gunther tricks. Gunther taps out. So we ain't done yet, folks. as the ref just out of position. The ref screwed up. AJ's not going to be happy, but this will not be the end of Gunther versus AJ then. Gunther hits the power bomb and walks away victorious and continues to be the biggest heel, the biggest asshole in wrestling. It was an odd ending, but when they showed the replay, it all fit. But AJ had him in the middle of the ring, and Gunther gave him a little butt tap, and he's laughing. This sneaky bastard. You son of a bitch. Run it back. They're going to run it back for sure now. So maybe this works into Saturday Main Event or Rumble. Again, you're trying to build two shows really quick. And they keep showing the replay and keep showing the replay. The ref didn't screw up. If he didn't see it, it never happened. So, boo. He's got a point. Again, was the ref out of position? Should the ref have seen it? Or is Gunther just a tricky son of a bitch? I think AJ should have won. I don't. Again, you can't beat Gunther right now. I don't think you can. You do something like this, and again, you get to run it back as I get the Netflix logo, which means Raw has gone off the air. And folks, we take a rating out of 10 for every single show. If you're just tuning in, Raw has gone off the air. If you want to rewind this live stream and watch it when you watch Raw, by all means do so. But I will take your rating out of 10 for this one tonight. What did you like? What didn't you like? What was good? What was bad? What was in between? Let me know, let me know, let me know. Gunther knew by doing that, AJ would let go. 100%. 100%. Again, it's a good ruse. It's a tricky one from a live audience standpoint because you don't really see it, right? Because it has to be kind of low key. AJ stays strong. AJ has a reason to run it back. AJ has a reason to come back at Gunther. And then that's maybe when Gunther says, no, I won't fight you. No, I won't fight you. No, I won't fight you. And then finally, it's like, fine, I'll fight you, but you put your career on the line. I'm going to end your career the way I ended John Cena's career. Right? The Eater of Worlds. I know that's someone else's shit, but, you know. Gunther did not did that to play mine 100%. Well, not only that, but he also did it to get out of a painful submission. I can see why Triple H likes Gunther because of the whole snobby rich guy character they had. There, I get the parallels there for sure. The end. Yeah, no, I'm good with that. Again, especially if the plan is to run it back, right? Like, you know, this is obviously there's a story to tell. Obviously, AJ is going to go to Pierce and be pissed off and upset and have proof. It's also another opportunity for the fans to chant "you tapped out" with him actually not taking the L, right? That's one of the biggest things. So next week when we show up on Raw, you're going to hear "you tapped out" at Gunther. And it's true. He tapped out again. But he didn't lose. All right, Damon kicking us off, 7.5. Let's go, 7.5. Referee was out of position. Yeah. And Gunther took advantage. 6.5. I don't know if I'm that low. 7. I'm kind of here with Dale. I think it was a 7, maybe a 7.5. The women's triple threat was good. I mentioned that. The tag match with the Vision was more for story. It was okay. I like what they're building there. I like Pierce freaking out. I don't know what that means. Braun Breaker's been suspended indefinitely again, I believe. So there's good stuff. It was good. It was very good. Not as good as SmackDown, though. I will say that. That's 2-0 for SmackDown in 2026. Would you agree with me? Do you feel the same way? 2-0. 2-0 SmackDown. Great heel work from Gunther. Was hoping Oba would debut and attack Gunther. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. They're clearly setting up something big for Oba. And I also think there's a good chance that Oba shows up at Rumble and we still don't know what show he's on. They wait. And then he shows up at Rumble and maybe whoever he gets in a beef with in the Rumble sets up where he goes. Gets in a fight with somebody on SmackDown, well, then that's the place you show up. Who would beat Gunther? Right now, nobody. Gunther's on a different level. Gunther, arguably the biggest heel in the company, and these are super baby faces. He's going against uber baby faces in honor of where we are right now. But career match, yep. Yeah, right. NXT tomorrow night. Yes, Alan, we will be here live for NXT tomorrow night. Looking forward to this one. Don't forget our award show. The annual For Lifeies is up and out. Go check that out. Give it some love. Make some comments. Let us know how we did. And NXT tomorrow. Ava. For the first time ever, I put Ava on the thumbnail. I think it's first time ever. But Ava will be addressing the vacant NXT title. Another tournament. 7.5 out of 10, 7 out of 10. If I'm AJ, I'm saying no way, Jose. When is AJ supposed to retire this year? We don't know. It's just kind of been loosely thrown out that, AJ is kind of winding down in 2026. Nothing official, nothing kind of marked out yet, right? But that's where this, even if it's Gunther versus AJ Styles and they bleed it into WrestleMania, and that's where AJ's last match is against Gunther. He loses at WrestleMania. Not bad. In my opinion, if you don't like Gunther, there's something wrong with you. Well, I mean, he is old school wrestling to the modern twist. He's perfect. You're not wrong. But from a fan standpoint, he's the villain, and we hate him for being the villain. He is a phenomenal villain, though. 7.5 tasty yums. As I do feel like the women
Yums.
have been controlled, really taking over in so many facets. NXT, they're all over. Tonight was very female division heavy, and the tag titles have been crazy. Drew winning the tag titles, agree. With the winning the world title, 100%. Good match, good ending. Jacob's back. The SmackDown 2-0. Braun Breaker suspended until Royal Rumble or close. I wonder again, Grizzly. I'm really curious how Paul Heyman plays this now. Do they go? Is it one of those things where they go above that? We went to management over Pierce's head because Pierce grabbed Braun first. Braun was only defending himself. If the chat was only voting WWE, how did Gunther versus Punk not win match of the year? I don't think they were only voting WWE. I think you accused them of voting for only WWE, but there are some anomalies in there. I think the one place they voted for WWE and they shouldn't have was Booker of the Year. I think Triple H didn't have a Booker of the Year type year, though I don't think Tony Khan did either. But yeah, I mean, again, we got a nice little sprinkling. Gunther Punk was a great match, but I did think that the KO Cody one was fucking phenomenal, wasn't it? With Drew winning, got you. NXT Championship, Gunther Punk, men's WrestleMania triple threat. Maybe. I mean, we get a lot of triple threats. There you go. 8 out of 10. Thank you, Bradley. Ava looks like a thumbnail. On the thumbnail. Facts. Ava reigns. Braun comes back from the Rumble and wins. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's definitely an option. And that's what you do is, you can kind of bring him in, his music hits, and that's where commentary says, oh shit, his suspended's been lifted, and that's it. That's how easy that is. This is not a knock. I was just wondering why you guys don't say the names of the nominees for the award. I caught this yesterday, Paul, again, because we can't speak over the video. Again, the production value continues to lift. We just didn't do voiceovers. The time it would have taken to put all the voices in. So for those out there who were only listening, I think by the time we broke it all down, you'd have a good idea of who was also nominated. But that's also why we have the replays. We have the live polls. There's a lot of ways to find it out. No, we do appreciate the feedback, though. I mean, at the end of the day, we do our best. And we always, striving to do more and do better. And I would argue, the effort we put into our channel as far as visuals go, second to none. I mean, we're not just sitting on a couch. We're not just, eating a bag of chips. We're not having dinner. We don't have a big ugly whiteboard behind us where we legit try and make this look professional. So that just plays into it. It's just a timing thing, Paul. It's a lot of work to get all that done. And maybe in the future, we'll take it under consideration for the midlifeies that we can insert a little, who it is. 7.75, 7.75 out of 10. Dussel dorks. I knew we wouldn't get Brock tonight. No, I mean, again, and to say, like, I didn't expect Brock tonight either, And again, if Brock's coming in for Mania, he'll come in late. If he's coming in for Rumble, we might not get him at all till Rumble. I don't want Brock Lesnar to win a Rumble. Please don't do that. Gunther versus Punk and Ospreay versus Fletcher. I like the Ospreay versus Fletcher match better than the Punk Gunther match. I love I like both. Ospreay Fletcher. I thought that Kenny Omega and Gabe Kidd in New Japan at Wrestle Kingdom, whatever it was, I thought they murdered, right? Like, I mean, my personal opinion aside, that's how it goes, right? But I will always have that bias. Kevin Owens and Cody. I thought that ladder match was phenomenal. It is one of the byproducts when you do a public vote. The WWE fan base, don't tell people. Some people don't know this. The WWE fan base is bigger by a lot. So that's an unfortunate side effect of doing a public vote. We want to get everyone's opinion, but the WWE has more fans. So we try and balance it out. We created the Paul Heyman Award. So Paul stopped winning. WrestleMania, not nominated this year, which was the first time. 7 out of 10. I would like to see Roman versus Cody versus Drew at WrestleMania 42. I don't want anything to do with Cody Roman at WrestleMania 42. I don't. I don't. Let's move away from that. Again, I can't just criticize one company for running back shit. I think all the companies need to move forward. Give us something exciting. Amazing production work on the Wrestling for Life Network. See money, I do appreciate that. HBK got screwed, but I know that was my vote. I thought HBK had the most consistent year, and HBK took the most risks. I think HBK gave us more holy shit, I can't believe that just happened moments than any other one. Appreciate the graphics, and I don't want to see. Yeah, right. You don't need to know what's back here. You don't really have to see. I mean, in all fairness, it's just a concrete wall. But I mean, one day maybe I'll let everyone see where the magic happens. Shout out to an old reference. But yeah, no, I mean, literally, we want to be pretty, and we want to try and make it as good as we can. I can't fix my face, but I can make this look pretty. So there we go. KJ Omega and Gabe Kidd was incredible. Also, Kenny's first match back. Yeah, they tore it down, and I think if that match wasn't on New Japan, but it was elsewhere, might have got more love. And that's why we always leave the voting. Like, if you don't see your pick, please fill it in. Because if a bunch of people, like SmackDown didn't make the nominees for Show of the Year this year. It's crazy. Okada versus Tanahashi, final match was a banger. Facts. It really was. You might have to keep that in mind as we go through 2026. I don't understand the obsession with Ospreay, flippy floppy, who can't sell or cut a promo. I do think that Will Ospreay can cut a promo. I think he's impassionate, though I do think he needs edited and produced. You need somebody to teach him when he's going too far, too big, too grandiose. It's like Adam Page, very much of like someone just has to sit down with Adam Page and say, don't scream the whole promo. Inflection matters, right? So again, just a little nitpicky. Sorry, I answered your question reading the next. That's so funny. But Ospreay's a talent. And the thing that draws people into guys like Ospreay is passion. Might not be the best technical wrestler, might not be the guy who sells the most, but he's passionate and he means what he says. That's what I think. If he was in an environment that could kind of, I mean, nobody sells, so I don't know what to tell you. Like, I mean, Stone Cold said it recently. Sell some shit. It matters. It makes you look better. It makes them look better. Sell. No, I appreciate it, Paul. I really do. No offense taken. I love it. We always listen. We try our best to listen to as much as we can. So I do appreciate that. Never even thought about it. Like, oh, shit, someone might not be looking at the TV. MTV's, yeah, there you go. Stream curves. Let's go. Concrete walls make the magic happen. Let's go. I think that's an interesting take. Hold up. Liv will win the Royal Rumble, then goes to WrestleMania. I still think that if Belair can surprise us, I know MDB is not here to tell me I'm wrong. If Belair can get healthy, I think she's the number one runner. Liv's definitely in the mix, my guy. You missed a good Liv night tonight. They're number one contenders for the tag titles. I wish everyone a good night. Good night to Poland. Ospreay will be world champion if he returns. It's his time. He needs to do it. Ospreay, MJF, all in. Build to it. Believability. Hashtag I like it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We can't even sell a finisher anymore. No, you got to hit like 7 different finishers. You hit your friends' finishers. You hit, there's no like gradual moveset. It's just like all finishers and you spam them a lot. And again, I mean, time and place, I don't mind doubling up a little. I don't mind, trying to make a Gunther or somebody that's a larger than life or a world champion. But they can't all be like that. And I mean, the lack of selling sucks. It really does hurt the wrestling. Every wrestler I love sells their ass off. No selling is criminal to me. Can't stand that shit. It is why one of the biggest reasons that I don't really care for Jon Moxley, but I'm not getting into it right now. As Jose said, this stream needs a finisher. We're going to hit a stunner. We're going to hit a Styles Clash. And then we're going to choke you out with a Kacha Hachime. Protect finishers. I agree. I grew up a fan of the DDT, and that was protected as fuck. People looked like they were dead. Didn't matter what happened. The building could have set fire. They weren't getting up. They weren't going to stop selling it. But that all being said, folks, 7:45 tomorrow, we are back for NXT. We're here all week long. Maximum Carnage, the TNA premiere, SmackDown, early afternoon show on Friday. And then, of course, we have Genesis this Saturday. I think we have a show on Sunday. Stay tuned. Click the bell. Like, share, subscribe. Be a friend. Tell a friend. And thank you. Thank you for joining me. I hope you had a good time. On behalf of Anthony, on behalf of Big Nick, I am Mr. Evernight KJ White. Have a good night. See you on the flip side.